video.
Okay.
Now we're live.
Oh, bloody hell. I boomered it.
Like,
I boomered it like Gary. Oh, my God. Well, that's
I would like to quote
start to the show.
I would like to quote a famous philosopher. You do not know the way. You are not my fucking queen.
Do you know the way, my boy? Hey, yeah, that was a shit show of a start right there.
Thank you and good night.
All downhill from now.
Yeah,
What's that? There's some hentai I haven't seen yet. I'm out.
Can I recommend
bring the tentacles forward? Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new pop culture archivist.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Adventures in Boomerang, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. Right? I changed the name and stuff, so everybody that's out there in the chat, welcome. Thank you, everybody. Did a few that are out there right now.
They're still looking for the first stream. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I thought this was gonna talk. Or oh wait, he's on Gary time right now. So okay. So
wait, it's Sunday.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody. I want to introduce everybody. We have Lucifer Storm.
Evening, everyone. How the devil art thou?
Yes. Got it good.
Good.
Sorry, I was
That's what I
propering.
like to hear.
You sound like, oh my. we have Ash.
Hello.
Hey.
We have.
I need a better intro.
After the thing I just try to figure out, that's the best you're gonna get for right now. We have Fat Steven.
Hey.
This is probably taking a leak in the toilet right now.
I don't know how to follow up with your boomerish. I don't know.
I know. It just, yeah. We have Disaster Area.
Hey.
Evening, everyone.
Hey.
And then we have Retro Dicky.
Hi,
My brother from another mother right there.
Hi, everybody. Hey, hail the chat.
I am not calling him Dickie. I don't fucking
I know.
Just call him Retro. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what we do, because it gets too weird when you call him Dicky.
I was going to call him R&D or something.
R&D?
Retro Dicky sounds like it's something that hasn't seen a vagina since Grandpa Munster. Like a cloud of powder when he comes out of the lab when he F's up his experience. My balls come in two sizes, prehistoric and Jurassic. I just got canceled.
Dude, I've gotten canceled I don't know how many times, so and I said, remember if you said the other stream, I said Fat Steven's been canceled so many times you can't cancel him no more. So,
no one's canceled me. When would this happen? I'm still waiting for a copyright claim from that Zombie Gills person because I made a video.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm shocked she hasn't got back with you because she's on the ball with stuff like that, man.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, she's always on the ball. She's always in there to get that that sweet YouTube clout. So
I did have a wonderful idea though. You know how people are complaining about those $2,000 checks. What you can do is disguise them in air raid bombs, right? So they can play survival, the real game. Sometimes it'll look like a bomb. Sometimes it will have money. You don't know which one it is. So either way, they win.
Dude, that'd be kind of awesome, but nobody would go for it.
Is this the pitch for the next Hunger Games?
That would be a cool Hunger. Well, that entirely was a Hunger Games, wasn't it? So
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, dude, don't worry. I don't know half the time either. Just go on with it. Lucifer Storm is here, and I wanted to bring this up at the start of the thing. He has his comic out right now.
Yes, that's right. I've got an Indiegogo campaign for my forthcoming outlaw graphic novel, Lady Satan, an Angel in a Killer's Dress.
Yeah. What's the comic about and stuff?
Oh, you want the pitch? All right.
Yeah, let me hear the pitch.
Let me get a beer. Let me know when it's
Official
okay.
pitch.
Okay, dude.
Okay. Lady Satan, an Angel in a Killer's Dress is a revenge tale unlike any other. It takes elements of the horror genre and the thriller genre and blends them together with a noir aesthetic to tell a truly haunting character-driven story. The story of Lucille, a stripper from France who was abducted to be the lead in a snuff film, but she did something that no one else has done. She survived, and because of this, she becomes the vigilante Lady Satan. She travels from town to town, taking down small-time crook after small-time crook, until she finds herself on British soil, where she discovers that the man who tortured and abused her in front of the camera is none other than a high-ranking British police officer who is under investigation from the MI5, which means she's got one chance and one chance only to exact her revenge.
That is
Holy
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, I know.
That
I know.
sounds
I
awesome.
love,
If
I
this
love
mic wasn't
whenever he-
attached, I'd drop it, but I just can't.
Can you scroll
Lucifer,
down so we can see more of the page?
Yeah.
Yeah,
scroll
yeah,
down.
cool. Of course. I'll show you some of the lovely artwork that's on here, such as
And
The
beautiful
red
the-
flecks
cover.
and
yeah.
whites are actually really cool. That's what I like about
Yeah.
it, because you're using the red as the stand-in, but the black and the white is actually worth more detail.
Mm. And there's your opening page from the book, which took forever and a day to do that page.
Wow,
And we got a couple of
Jesus.
the splash pages here. I really like this one at the bottom. Everyone seems to see that one and be like, fucking hell, what's wrong with you, man?
Dude, no, that.
You got three puzzles in there.
Wait. That was the Eiffel Tower as Gary in that other thing, from the.
No, that's a different Eiffel Tower. His was the actual Eiffel Tower. As's was Picard, Q, and
Oh yeah,
someone else.
dude. That tells you I still need sleep, so I.
That is awesome.
I know. I'm loving your art style because it's a bit like Sin City,
Yeah.
but it takes you there, and you have everything in there with the emotion, stuff that you don't see in. I ain't gonna name their names right now because we're so pissed.
Marvel
off
and DC Comics.
that they used
And
to have.
I was gonna say IDW, but or was it Dynamite that bent the knee last
It
year?
was
Which
it
one
was Dynamite.
It was
that bent
Dynamite
the knee.
that bent the knee.
Yeah,
Dino
because Dynamite
failed,
used to, used to be love before they're like, hey, I'm gonna kiss your ring, I'm gonna bend the knee,
Yep.
I don't think it was a ring they were kissing.
Well, on the one
Unless it
side,
was like the
also-
ring of their anus. I think that's what.
yeah,
it was.
or that cock ring that they just wear something.
Ew.
Burn,
So,
burn like a ring of fire.
You just turned out Dynamite into like a hemorrhoid commercial.
If you too suffer from disastrous comics, you too can have a ring of fire.
Preparation H now in bend the knee removal.
Yeah. Lucifer, I love the print, the print where she's doing the high kick up there.
Thank you very much. I've actually just had them printed up, and they've just come in, and they look absolutely gorgeous.
actually
With
nice.
lovely
Yeah.
soft touch lamination as well, which is real fucking nice.
And the best thing about that poster is it can't run away.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
It's the first hot chick that doesn't complain. I love it. You can cancel me some other time, but you haven't noticed my avatar yet, garbage. I know.
Yeah. He's going for the KK extreme right now.
Yes, I wanted to feel like a droopy vagina for the next 20 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, I want to do Indiana Jones 5, but the person that made me famous told me to go piss off.
Would you prefer Black Debbie from C-Lab?
Oh yeah.
If you haven't realized, she's black.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I love Sea Lab. That might be one of the movies. I saw that the one night you were doing. I was in there, remember? When you were doing
No.
Sea Lab night?
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was drunk.
Oh, oh wait. Oh, you were plastered. I remember you saying something.
I don't even know how I got away live streaming 2 hours of Sea Lab and no one caught it.
I don't know, because he was just doing it, and he's like, "Holy shit, they haven't took me down yet." Lucifer, what are your stretch goals for the comic? And I'm sorry. Can you give the link in the private chat so Retro can put it in for you so people can go to your
absolutely,
site?
Absolutely. I shall just drop the link for you now. There you go. And
Retro, can you put that out?
Why is it OnlyFans? What the fuck is this?
It's OnlyFans because I have a very, very psychotic sock puppet that likes to fuck with things.
Wait. So I'm trying to picture. Usually people use the sock puppets. I'm trying to picture it the other way around, where you wake up and there's a sock puppet in your ass. That's just.
Well, I think that's what happens to Gundam because he has Billy. So
Yeah, but it'd be like, but can you imagine waking up and all you're hearing is some kind of weird muffled hum of the Lamb
he's
Chop
like,
play
"Hey,
along
how you
theme?
doing?" I love Gundam. He cracks me up with Billy. So what are your stretch goals, Lucifer?
Okay, well, we've already hit the first stretch goal, which means all the backers are getting a free bookmark and a screen printed patch. The second stretch goal, there's going to be a pin badge button added to that. The third stretch goal, we've got some temporary tattoos added to that, which is nice. I haven't seen anyone else do that in their campaign, so I'm like, yes, come on.
No, Ethan hasn't even done that. I would thought he would do a Cyberfrog tattoo or something down the line, but I haven't seen him do it.
I would love to see some Cyberfrog temporary tattoos. That would be
I would
amazing.
love that too. Yeah,
Awesome.
Cyberfrog tattoos would be awesome.
But yeah, there's going to be a couple of more stretch goals, but they're not going to be unlocked until we've hit the second stretch goal because we've only hit the first stretch goal. But here's the added bonus, okay? Everyone who backs, they get their name put in the book as a producer. But on top of that, I want you to imagine this. You've backed the book today, but the book doesn't come out until July. So you get to July, you're kind of forgotten that you've backed it until the mailman turns up, or the delivery guy, and he hands you this black box with a pentagram on it that's sealed with crime scene tape, blood-stained crime scene tape. And you're thinking, oh shit, the FBI are watching me, aren't they? And then you open it up. And then you open it up, and there's an evidence bag inside. And when you open that evidence bag, oh, there's my book. I forgot I ordered this.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
You should pay attention though, because you can also do it as a prank, right? And for some lucky owners, they just get like a used condom. And you can leave like a little note. You can leave like a little sticky inside that says, "Sorry, it wasn't used." Just looks that way. Dramatic effect.
I'm going to make a mental note of that. I might actually do that. There's a couple of people I don't
My
like.
favorite
too much,
was,
so,
yeah, my favorite was Buffalo Bill. I just put other people's skin in the box. Coupon to Oil of Olay just in case,
Or you can put like some chocolate in like a bag or something, and it looks like
Oh no, you can't do that. People are allergic to chocolate.
I forgot about that. See, that's the reason why I don't.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it. I'm sorry.
No,
You haven't ruined anything.
Okay, half of my jokes come out bad. The other half are just like, they just,
You could also do another one. You can get like some one of those gloves from the dollar store, and you just you rhinestone it up, and they can courtesy of Michael Jackson. Or a lighter and a Pepsi label. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell.
Have a little sticker, Billy Jean's not my son.
Or like a little note saying Bobo was the last to know.
With a free copy of Home Alone on top of it. So.
Oh no, it'd have to be a 2-pack. It'd have to be Home Alone and Party Monster.
Oh yeah!
Yes, deep cuts right there.
We're gonna kill Retro, I swear.
I'm going to come back and haunt you.
I know.
Because
we
I'm a
kill
girl.
him, he's gonna haunt us forever. The miss is gonna kill me and then move to America with her Kool-Aid and Guinness.
Don't stand downwind from that, I'm telling you.
Separate lines for that.
Oh, yeah. I can't breathe.
What was the other thing you said? You said
Have you seen my glove?
Oh my god. Oh no.
wait. Do you have an avatar for that? Really? Because I thought you would.
No. Maybe. I'm white. Where's my nose?
But it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
That's not what the cop said. I'm so sorry. I'm ruining your promo, Lucifer. I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. It's all good.
Sorry, Lucifer. Do you have any more stretch goals on top of that, Lucifer?
Yeah, there's a couple more stretch goals, but I'm waiting till we've hit the second stretch goal to reveal what the next one is. So I'm keeping that one.
Stretch.
Oh my god. Is there anything else you would like to show on your website and all the other promote for right now?
No, it's just what you see on the screen at the moment, just Lady Satan for now, but there will be a new campaign coming up later in the year. I'm teaming up with an artist. I can't say who they are, but they've worked on some Alterna comics, so I'm pretty sure people are going to really dig what this guy does.
Does it begin with an F by chance?
Does it begin with an E?
Were
Look, the artist
now.
Okay. You can't come back for that one. Lucifer, thank you for showing us, brother. Everybody go out there and please support. Oh, on top of it, show the top of the page. The show, yeah. You can tell this is my first Comic Skate promo, so yeah, it's.
Oh shit! I'm in a Comic Skate stream. I'm out.
Comic Skate / other stuff. So yeah, we're all over to get. We're all over.
Every time I look at her, I feel like I'm watching Tank Girl about to pop out. I don't know what
That's
it is.
what I thought about that. She looks like Tank Girl.
It's not an insult. It has the body structure. That's what I'm saying.
Like Tank Girl was awesome back in the day, dude.
Hell
Especially
yeah.
the art.
Mutated kangaroos were the thing.
I know, right?
Do you want to look in my pouch?
You keep this up, and my dingo will eat your baby.
Did you hear? And this is just a rumor. I don't know if this is true. They want to bring Lori Petty back to play Tank Girl.
Really?
I don't know. It's been floating out there, and I was like, okay, that's huge rumor. But then usually when more than one person starts saying it, then you're like, okay, oh my god, is that the Anna one or is that that's Steven?
It can blow it up. It's the Abby one.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen her in what was it? Orange is the New Black. She will definitely not be a Tank Girl.
Oh yeah.
No,
not no more. Not no more.
No. She has no sex appeal.
Well, back in the day, she used to be kind of attractive.
Yeah, back in the day, but we're 40 years after.
Yeah. So that's
That's like saying Rex Manning Day is still sexy. It's not going to work.
yeah, I know. But yeah, that's just the comic's awesome, dude. And like everybody, please support him, okay?
Please.
Because he's bloody awesome.
Oh, bless you in your cotton socks, good sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
So I'll keep that up while we're talking, so people can
that's
like
cool.
We can have the how
If you
would
want
you
to
say?
masturbate? Do it now.
Yeah, you got time. If you're into that, if you love that, brother, we got you hooked up right here, and then you
And
can
we're
listen to
talking-
people just other shit. So
And we'll
if that's your
commenting
kink, we
your
got you
obsession.
covered. Yeah.
Would you do me? Because I wouldn't do me. Have you seen my Wonder Bra? I'm looking for a Wonder Bra.
Dude, that sounds like Abby's voice a little bit too.
You want a Capri Sun? I'm so sorry.
Don't never be sorry, okay? So I wanted to bring this up. I know I don't want to bring up sort of bad shit, but along with because I know Fat Steven will be in this. Everybody on here has seen it. Wait, Lucifer, did you see it last night or did you a night ago or something? I want to bring up.
It doesn't look infected. I'll tell you right now.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. When you start to see pus coming out of it nonstop,
Oh,
yeah, it's a
okay.
little bit infected.
You might want to see a doctor. Just might.
Yeah.
Not definite. Just just think about it.
Just like, come on.
You can see him on
But-
Snapchat. Hey, doc, does this look infected?
He's like, and the doctor goes, "Why is it curdled for?"
Are you TikToking your genitals to your physician? Yes.
Why did you tie a bow around it?
Why? What? How did you get that guy in the Easter Bunny outfit to hold it steady? I better not get claimed by Energizer.
Oh no! It keeps going and going and going and squirting and squirting and squirting. So I wanted to bring this up before we get. See, I'm going to get all the other stuff
The only
before
thing
we
this
get
stream draws up.
before we get to the proper stuff that we can actually, enjoy. I wanted to, Lucifer, you said you saw WandaVision the other night.
Yeah, that's correct. I've
Okay,
stayed up to date with this show, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
WandaVision.
you dude. Okay, yeah, and I know, Steven, I know your thing on this too because yeah. See, okay.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not. It's okay. The Disney infection aside, because Disney's now attachment to stuff. Just all you hear is Disney. It's the fact that they're crossing over John Byrne and other just John Byrne or Jack Byrne. I keep getting the name mixed up.
John Byrne.
John Byrne, West Coast Avengers, the 89s. They keep going into that, and they're crossing over so many other stories from today's. It's a fucking diarrhea. I'm sorry, of comic storylines. I don't like it. It's like you just took Agatha Harkness, ruined her. Now you're taking White Vision and you're ruining him.
Well, and if you even go, they even changed Wanda's origin too. If you go back and look,
no, they didn't actually change it. They're actually going with the pretense that since it's this type of being, they can do whatever the hell they want.
No, well, and being a Nexus being, it gives them a way out. They can basically do.
It also
anything.
lets them bring Man-Thing in.
Yeah. I was hoping we see Simon Williams, but
No,
but,
you're gonna see. Next episode, you're gonna see the actual Puppet Master.
yeah,
I reckon so as well.
Yeah.
I was
Because
hoping
at the
it'd
moment,
be-
everything seems so hollow when it comes to Agatha. It seems like, okay, we know what you want, but we don't exactly know why. And there's still a big missing gap. Like, okay, you're there, you're a dick, you want to steal Wanda's powers, but we don't actually know how you got there and how you discovered this place because you weren't there when Wanda had her little and everything came out of her.
It's not even just that. It's the fact that if you remember the scene they were showing where she was absorbing the other witches' as abilities, right? Yeah. She didn't even look. She looked surprised that she was actually absorbing them. So how does we know that she's not just like okay? Everyone remembers the old Fox Kids Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh
right?
I love that.
Okay, you remember when was it Mordo sent Carnage with the soul collecting?
Yeah, I did.
For Dormammu.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so think about this. What if Agatha is an unwilling host and is actually collecting souls for another force, and she's unwilling? That's why she's able to absorb powers, because she's able to use them, but where's the other 90% probably going?
That's what I was saying, because I saw that, and when you looked at her face, she looked super surprised, and then she's like, hey, I can do this now? And then she's like,
But if they make her a daughter of Clethon, I'm out. I'm done.
I bet you they're going to do that. I guarantee it. I said this last week because we only got one more week, and then we have like
Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. After
we got Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then we got Bloody.
Too.
We got Iris West season 7. You know, fucking bloody hell, I ain't happy about that one. Iris West. It's not Flash no more. It's the Iris West show, brother. I'm just.
I gave up with the Flash after season 4. I spent so much of season 4 going, what the fuck? And I just went
Barry, we're all Team Flash. Get the fuck out of here, Iris. Just get the fuck out. And you watched DC Fandom last year, and everyone's smiling and happy with the show. You got Iris West sitting there going, my face only has none expression. Complete nutter resting bitch. I am not happy.
They're bringing everything back this next week, so
but
thank God they're not bringing back Legends of Tomorrow, because that went down to shitter years ago.
Yeah,
I refuse to watch that. Like that show put me off just altogether. Yeah. But I'm only like I said, the only reason why everybody's like, do Batwoman, do STD, and he's like, you guys literally are trying to kill me. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. And here's my thing. Okay. Yeah. And then it's just, I have a problem with a lot of CW. I even had some problem. I had even had everybody who's praising the Superman and Lois, but I had some issues with that still. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah. I had some issues with it still. Everybody was praising it. I was like, yeah, but then they went, and then there was a thing at the end, and then there was like, I was just like,
Just remember that they're not allowed calling the X-Men anymore. So you either going to be called the mutants or something else. But you have to take consideration if they're going to do the cheap route and do a reverse House of M and the worst day of mutant kind. That means she can create mutants. Then everything that's come before is pretty much useless. Well, it doesn't matter if you bring Magneto or if it's Mephisto or if it's a Batwoman from another dimension. It doesn't matter anymore. And the other thing that bothers me is that they can even pull in from the Fortnite universe, because Fortnite is now canon in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, it is. And that worries me. Everything
because now Ripley is in Fortnite, the Alien, the Predator, the Halo Chief. Anything that comes in Fortnite can technically be part of the Marvel universe because of Fortnite.
Yeah, and that was the worst decision for them to ever do. Like, I just
not that I play Fortnite. Don't go near my channel.
No, I don't either, because
I do play Fortnite. Just don't go near my channel.
But yeah, I tune into this show every fucking week and have done since it started, because I keep hoping that it's going to get better, but the same thing happens. I put the show on, and then about 5 minutes in, I start thinking, man, Twin Peaks, that's a great show. I should be watching that instead of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like discount David Lynch at this point.
Yeah, it should have been 6-hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
Enough to keep the people getting their suspicions not only rising, but answering some of them, breaking new ones. But it didn't do that. And now it's taken characters that might be considered B-list characters, but these B characters had a lot of influence on the A-class characters that crafted them in a lot of great stories. And it's come to the point now where you're looking at what's better to masturbate with, fucking an SOS pad or sandpaper. You're like, which one would be better? And you're stuck between
sandpaper every time.
I don't know. The SOS pad comes with soap, so you're kind of disinfecting at the same time. Plus, it turns it blue.
We're also neglecting the fact that there is the option of barbed wire.
Well,
and also
Whoa.
you can have a dick like a Smurf too, you know. So
well, barbed wire sounds interesting because then I can just quote Pamela Anderson barbed wire quotes.
I know, right? God bless
Tommy
her in
Lee
that movie.
is not my no.
Tommy Lee ruined me for life, everybody. That's the reason why I didn't do no more movies after.
After the boat.
Yeah.
Superman and Lois
everybody's
was all
seen-
right though.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I love the costume at the beginning. You can tell they put some work into that. Why would you put so much detail into a costume like that and only use it for 5 seconds?
What are you talking about?
The Superman costume at the beginning of Lois.
Because they were doing nods to Action Comics
Yeah, I
1
know.
and the such. So they don't,
Yeah,
they don't
I know, but that frustrated me to no end because I wanted that costume instead of the one we got.
It will probably be remastered if it wasn't destroyed as a Superboy costume if the series progresses and the boys grow up.
Wait, he'll give it to Jordan probably.
Mm,
So
I don't know.
Did you see what Garbage said? Do you think Tommy Lee will come out soon and say, "I'm sorry, I'm a white male"?
No, he has balls.
I know, right? So, okay. I will say, what was it we were trying to say?
I don't know.
State of no, okay. We were saying it when we're the state. Oh, I was saying, what was it earlier that I was saying? Sorry. I did like some things in the Superman show, but at the same time, I didn't like things, and people think it's not okay to like some things, and then you like what was it?
What?
I'm trying to get a thought out.
So what you're saying is that people, you're not saying you have to like the full show, you can't like bits and pieces, and who are these people, and why do you care?
And then I was saying there are other people who go, well, you support Gina. I was like, yeah, I can support Gina because I love her. She's awesome. But you like some of this other stuff. It's okay to like some other stuff, you know.
See,
there's no
there's
no rule that says you can't, because Robert RMB came out and even said he loved it.
Yeah,
and then
it shouldn't be about who loved it. I think I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it comes down to the point: like what you like, don't like what you don't like.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's not if your neighbor is going to criticize them, then it's the neighbor's fault. It's not yours. And I'm tired of like that divisiveness. Even when we're trying to be against divisiveness, you're trying to push it here.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Gatekeep stupidity. Don't gatekeep opinion. That doesn't work.
Yeah. I agree with that, brother. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, it's just. It's gotten to a mess, and that's the reason why I want. And if you see, we've had it like awesome streams, even though we've been laughing, we've been having fun, doing jokes, and this is how it should be right here. Not have diversity in the community and other places around. Everybody just laugh, have fun. This is what you started to be on YouTube.
You're being very racist right now. I can't.
But we started to do this to have fun and, you know, be in a community and everything else, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said when I was younger, how I learned to read. I know how I learned to read through Superman books, you know, comic books. And Lucifer, you were going to say something to that point too.
I think like everyone, well, not everyone, but there's a lot of people out there who they learn how to read through comic books.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, when you're a kid, you see a book and you think a fucking book. But then you see something like a comic and it's so much more appealing, and they're just so special. They're really magical comic books. You know, there's so much you can do with comics that you can't do in any other medium. And to see like the medium of comics being turned into propaganda, it's just fucking disgusting if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say, something, Stephen?
Black Debbie agrees. when it comes down to is the fact that they're not even fans, and we've said this. Everyone said this. It's gotten to the point now where anything that's been cherished has a legacy. It doesn't even matter if you're a comic book or a potato at this point. They're trying to take it and rearrange it, and it's not because they want to be inclusive. It's because all they see is the dollar sign, not the actual content. When the content gets destroyed, you're not going to have any money afterwards, and it's gotten to that point.
I made a post go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no, go ahead.
The thing is, the one thing with let's go back to like the potato. I was talking about Mr. Potato Head. How is it that Mr. Potato Head is gender neutral, but Mrs. Potato Head wasn't touched?
That's what I'm saying too. There's a double standard. I said this. If you see my post on it was on Twitter, and I put it on Facebook, and I put it on Minds too. I said, I'm so sick of all this, PC war, everything else. I said what it was. I blubbered on, and I said, if they would touch Black Panther, Luke Cage, or Storm and made them white, I would be pissed too, because I love those characters too. Luke Cage especially. I have all the Luke Cage comics with Iron Fist and Heroes for Hire. Those are some of my favorite comics back in the day. But then here they go, and JJ Idiom, Jar Jar, even though I do like Jar Jar and Phantom Menace, and not a lot of people like me, because I still say Darth Jar Jar. That's all I'm gonna say. Darth Jar Jar. I know you're gonna say something to that. Go ahead. But Anna, and like I said, Anna said something about that too, because I've actually talked to Ahmed Best. He's like, there was some stuff that was gonna happen. I was just like, oh my god, why can't we have that script? But everybody got so bent out of shape, you know what I'm saying? Because Jar Jar, and he's like, Jar Jar's racist. How is Jar Jar racist?
I'm still trying to figure out how the Muppets and Charlie Brown is racist.
Oh my god, I know, right?
Strong Christian overtones, probably for Charlie Brown, and the two guys in the balcony, the hecklers. It's also, you have to think about it this way too. They can just do it to be smiteful, because we have original Mark Hamill in there before Disney, Mark Hamill. So there's all these things. Plus you got David Bowie, Elton John. So they're pretty much parenting saying, guess what? They've got their homosexuals now. So we got to put a label there now.
So he was actually in the Pigs in Space skit too, in his Luke Skywalker outfit, I think. So
yeah, Disney is just being Disney. They're a corporation. They think they're no longer about the storytelling, and that died a long time ago, right? So
yeah, they forgot what it's like to be hungry.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's not true. All the park staff they fired, they know how it is to be hungry. I'm not trying to be derogatory either.
I actually know somebody that got fired from Disneyland because they used to work there, and they haven't been able to get a job in about a year because they were super employed and said, "Oh, you're safe." And idiot Newsom screwed him over, and Disney's like, "Oh," and it's like, dude, I haven't worked. And then he literally, like Gary, had to move out. What Gary's going to had to move out of the state to get a job. He took his family out of California and had to move because where he was at, he was right where Disneyland was in that area.
Yeah,
nothing would open, none was around. He couldn't do anything. He's like, my family is gonna starve and everything. They were practically almost about to lose a place anyway, so they're just like, let's get the hell out of here while we can and try to build a better life somewhere else. So I totally agree with you. Explorer of the multiverse, hell, friend.
I forgot I'm still Black Debbie. My bad.
I know you're still Black Debbie.
Hey, Explorer, how the devil art thou?
It's good to see you, man. I'm glad to see you're here. It's nice to see you, man. Glad to see you. So Yeah, I know I'm awkward because I didn't get any sleep, so I was up till like 4:30 trying to put some stuff together. So, okay, so we got past that. We got past, all this other stuff. So, why don't we get on to the fun? DA, open your ears. It's okay. We're done talking about comics and this. And then, I gotta tell him. So. I'll because we're gonna be there. I had to take this off because DA, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, because we're gonna.
What's your favorite comic, DA?
No.
Don't start.
I knew Steven would do that.
Did you say Brady Bunch?
Well, actually, there was a Brady Bunch comic, so I think it was in 3D. Back when they were doing the 3D craze in the early 90s again, because it cycled back to the early 90s and everything was in 3D again. They had Jurassic Park, everything in it. Oh, Explorer, you just missed it. We talked about WandaVision and everything else, man. You just missed it. We're going into Faulty Towers now. Something is actually awesome and fun that everybody here loves. That gave us much joy and everything else.
Wait, Faulty Towers, you told me Little Britain.
Oh, no, that's gonna be another day.
Oh shit! I'm fucked.
So, let me see this. What is that? Okay, let me go. I'm gonna keep that up. Wait, that's Steven. I want to know. You would probably know out of anybody here, or Lucifer. If I get rid of your, can I put another picture up? Another when we go to do because we're gonna put some pictures up for Faulty Towers.
You can switch between the two.
Oh, you can? Okay, yeah. Because I'm still new to the StreamYard, so I'm still trying to figure. It took us about an hour because I'm using a phone app and a tablet, and DA was on his computer. It took the both of us about maybe an hour because it wasn't letting us share. Because sometimes StreamYard just doesn't want to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, man. But yeah, you can only share one thing at a time. But if you take one thing out, like it's still there in the green room, so you can bring that back up later when you want.
Okay, yeah, because I want to bring your comic in, like before we go. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I want to do that. So, DA, get the slides ready. Are you there?
Right.
Okay, and put it what we practiced the other day. Yeah, you can tell this is. Yeah, before I was just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, but I was like, okay, we're change up the format and do some other stuff. I'm trying new things because you don't learn anything if you don't try new things and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
If you keep saying trying new things, you're gonna sound like a promo like insert for college. I gotta try new things.
I know, right? I'm not as practiced and versed as Gary and Doomcock and everybody else. So yeah.
Good.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Oh, I just want to let me see.
Hello, Tim.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi to Tim. Hell, Tim, what's up, brother? I just wanted to say hi. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So,
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I don't even know why I'm here.
Oh, because I wanted you here because I've been wanting.
Yeah, you're appropriating comedy. That's what you're doing. You son of a bitch.
Oh, you figured out my idea then. No, I did want you on here because
the asshole.
No, I want you on here because you're a hilarious son of a bitch too. So, just saying.
Okay, well, someone's been lying.
Let me see. I think it. Let me see. Who is it? I don't remember. Oh, get it off the full screen share. Put it on the picture because I don't want to share your computer.
Wow.
Yeah, he has his. I looked at the snag before he did it.
No, we don't want to see that picture. No.
Yeah, we just want to see the pictures, not
I swear to God, if it's a picture of him tucked saying goodbye horses from Clerks 2, I'm out.
Not your holiday. Not your holiday snaps.
Yeah, we don't want
Holiday
the donkey
snaps,
show
bro.
pictures.
No. I'm off that list, bro. Take me off that list. Take me the fuck off right now.
We don't want the donkey show pictures. Okay.
Now you
Speak for yourself. There's some people who do want the donkey show pictures.
Would you like to do the show with me
Material.
and Kelly? Kelly can be a boy's name. Get the fuck out.
Okay, there we go. Finally got it up. Thank you, DA. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay. Lucifer. Okay. What was your? I'm gonna start off. What was your first experience with Faulty Towers?
My first experience of Faulty Towers was when I was very, very young, about 7 or 8. My dad used to watch VHS tapes of them all the time. It was a mix of Faulty Towers and Only Fools and Horses. So there would be plenty of Sunday afternoons where I'd be bored out of my mind and he'd be like, sit down, shut up, we're watching Faulty Towers. So quite a long time ago that was.
Yeah. My first experience too was with my gran, Dirty the part. She was gone when I was like 10 or so. But with my grandparents, and they were like, they would watch everything. Like, Are You Being Served? Faulty Towers.
Hello.
Yeah. And then, Father, even when earlier on when, other stuff came out. So I was like exposed to this very early on. So and then it was in Doctor Who too, and Monty Python and all this. So it was just.
So which order did you watch it? Did you watch Python first, then Faulty Towers, or the other way around?
It was for me.
Yeah.
It was Faulty Towers first,
Right.
and then and then it was she's like, well, I knew this because they were testing her. Like, well, if he likes this, he's gonna like Monty Python. Okay, and then my father came to pick me up one day from my gran, and then I heard her say, "You don't know what we have done." And he's like, and my mom heard in the background too. He's like, "Well, we experienced your grandson to Faulty Towers and Monty Python today," and you heard the hugest laugh I've ever heard from my mom. And then like she knew because she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun," because when I was a kid, if I saw some stuff, I would just mouth it all day. Like, I still do that sometimes. I like when I was doing the Howard the Duck jokes or just checking the walls here. Those are my 2 jokes I do a lot. I just,
Well, when it comes to this episode, I only have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Gin and orange, lemon squash, and a scotch and water, please.
I know, right?
No. Uno, dos, tres.
No. I don't. I see. I don't understand. See. Like Garbage said. Let me see if I can do this. Like Garbage said, many British shows and classics are still better than some or most of the crap we have today.
Emotion.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I even thought about this last night, because when I was talking retro last night, and we've been thinking about, because I don't want to just be going by ideas. I love the guys and stuff, but I wanted, instead of writing off them, I'm still gonna have it on Twitter, but I wanted to make my own identity. I don't want to write off the guys, even though I love the guys a lot. But I'm still gonna have it on Twitter, but I wanted to make my own identity, and I think that's what I wasn't happy about. Yeah, I'm still using this because I felt bad about it, even though the guys gave me the name Toad and everything. When this was when Mallrats first came out, I went to the Comic-Con. the first year I met them, I was like, I just ran into Kevin and Q and them, and then I started catching up conversation with them, and they gave me, and then the joke was this was the joke. They're like, why don't we name him Toad, because he's so eager and wants to do stuff for us? Because I was like, I just want to hang around you guys and just chill and talk. And then so they gave me the name Toady, and like or what it like that, and I was just like, well, and it was a joke, but it was like a term and endearment and shit. Yeah. But yeah, it was just like he's so eager and he just wants to learn and he just wants to chill, and like then because he didn't see, and I was just a random fan. It just came up to Kevin and Q, and it. But back then, Q wasn't that famous. He was only in Mallrats. Yeah. When they had when he's like, when Q was there, and he goes, "You tell him, Steve Dave," and but I didn't meet Brian until about a year later, I think, if I remember it right.
Was that before or after you kissed the cock ring?
I didn't kiss the cock ring. There was no kissing cock rings. But I have a bunch of hilarious stories, but I can't tell them on air. So
sounds like he's blushing.
The Toad's blush?
No.
Yeah, just waiting around the pool.
But yeah, it's just and a lot of people, I will say this, take my eagerness for, I want to learn, and I've been like once, like I said, I learned through reading through comic books, and then once I figured out, I was just off like a rush. I soak energy in like a sponge, and then because after that. My grandparents got me a VHS of the first 6 episodes, I think, the first season. Because I don't think the second season was out yet, because it took a bit for the second season. So there
was quite a gap between the two.
Yeah, there was a huge gap between the two. So they got me a VHS of the first season, and I watched it so much I broke the tape. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Because every time I would come home from school, I just pop it in the VHS and didn't watch it until I probably fell asleep. But then, then afterwards, then Disney Afternoon would come on, so there'd be Gummy Bears and like Rescue Rangers and all the Tailspin and DuckTales, and I would watch Disney Afternoon. Yeah, well, I'm talking about original Disney Afternoon. F Troop wasn't until later. Yeah, so. No, it's okay, Steven.
Jesus, I'll just shut my hole. Quiet down, you fat fuck.
No, it's not fat, it's huggable.
Yeah, huggable. Just like the blob is totally gluten free. Yes.
No. Is Carmen saying, "I'm not fat, I'm big bone"? No, kitty, it's my pot pie.
you remember what was it? Billy Madison, the guy with the gun and the list.
Yeah,
you're on the list.
But
I'm just kidding. I can't write.
Oh, dude, I know. I know. But like I said, so did you have any more experiences, Lucifer, about that?
Well, like when I was introduced to Fawlty Towers, like I said, my dad loved Fawlty Towers. He loved Only Fools and Horses, and he loved Cheers as well. So it would be like a combination of those shows. But he never actually showed me Monty Python. He couldn't stand Monty Python for love or money. It's only when my sister got married that I hung around with her husband, and he was like, "Let me show you some good stuff." And he would show me stuff like Monty Python. I was like, "Oh my God, this isn't stupid. This is fucking amazing." But it always made me go back to Fawlty Towers. I think Fawlty Towers was like a really good gateway into stuff like Monty Python and Spike Milligan.
Like I said, Faulty Towers was my gateway into Monty Python too.
Can I ask a question, Lucifer, if you don't mind?
Yeah, please.
All right. When you got into the Monty Python, what grabbed your eye first, the skits or the animation style?
It was the skits, funnily enough. Everyone would expect it to be the animation
Terry
style, which I
Gilliam,
do
yeah.
really appreciate, but
Weird, awkward silence. Like, okay.
Oh, what did somebody ask me? I was checking on my puppy. So sorry.
oh right.
Sorry, yeah. What did somebody say
That's
something
not
to
a
me? Sorry.
euphemism, is it?
No.
You're
I
a good
was
dog.
checking-
Slap, slap, slap.
I was checking on my dog.
You want some kibbles and Viagra? Damn. Keeps looking up at me like a dog begging at the table.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Kibbles and Viagra, the name of the two puppies.
Yeah,
Oh,
she came up
shit.
to me. I'm gonna have to go take her out. So everybody talks amongst yourselves, okay?
No worries.
Everyone for 5 minutes just do awkward silence. No one say shit.
Okay,
Everyone just
okay.
make a mic.
quick, Ash, take over the stream again. Go on, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, what do you want me to do?
do?
Like I said earlier, I don't know shit. This is why I'm here. I'm here to listen to you guys.
Did they just say, "Come on, we need someone with a"?
Did
Never
Ash
mind,
watch the episode? Did you watch it, Ash?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Give us your while he's away. Give us your opinion
What do you
then.
think? What do you think of it?
Okay, so my first experience of Faulty Towers was yesterday when Jed told me we're going to watch this for the stream tomorrow. So beforehand, I didn't know what Faulty Towers was. I'd never seen it. I haven't seen Monty Python either. And it's sort of become like an educational thing for Jed just recommending great stuff from back in the day and me watching it and then giving my opinion. So I watched it and I did quite enjoy it. I liked a lot of the jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the end of the episode, I was getting quite bored because what I noticed from scene to scene, every scene, it's like they had to have a joke, a punchline. And there was no like pacing between the different scenes. And I would have liked it to have broken up with like just one scene where they're just having a conversation about something and there was like no joke involved or something like that. I mean, it didn't throw away from the show because it was a cool show. It's quite charming. I quite like the look and the feel of all the old shows, like watching them because I'm quite young. I've grown up with all the modern stuff, so it's quite cool from that aspect. But again, are all the episodes like that? Are they all scene to scene, punchline, everything?
No, I was going to say there's probably less jokes in this episode because it was done as the pilot.
Right. Okay.
And it is quite fast paced because it's sort of based on British farce, which it builds up the momentum of the manicness of everything. So it builds and builds and builds throughout the episode. So it is quite fast paced. But probably the difference between that and modern TV is you don't get the cuts. Everything is done in much longer takes, especially in the 70s. So that's probably what you'll have to get used to. But it's also getting used to the characters and their the differences,
quirks,
and the relationships between Manuel and Sybil, and so it probably take a while. Even when it was first shown over here, it didn't get great reviews. It probably got better ratings than Monty Python because it's more accessible, but it wasn't really until I think it was repeated the second time that people started really taking notice of it. So it might take you a little while. So what I would say is stick with it. And
I'm definitely gonna stick with it to see how the show goes moving forward.
This is a build up. This is more getting used to the characters, shall we say? And the situation and everything, and then next one you'll probably be.
A lot of the shows from that era, around that came out around the time, are they all similar in feel in terms of the style of comedy, the way it's shot, and and what the interaction between characters.
Probably the way it's shot. Yeah, you can't really help that because you've got to remember, like, TV cameras and everything are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And the earlier you go back, everything is more like it's almost filmed like a live play. They try and have as little cuts as possible.
Yeah.
When editing got easier and cameras got smaller, then you can do retakes and everything. But as you could tell, there was only really one time jump in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is more like, as I say, it's basically based on a sort of British farce about class. Which is what a lot of British humour is. That's the joke.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And back then they referred to it as screenplays when it came to like the script.
Oh right,
of the script for a TV show. Like there's very defined acts within each episode, and each act is kind of like its own self-contained story within the larger narrative of the episode. So, you know, there are similarities like that, but I'm just glad to hear that you're enjoying it, man, because you know it's a show that I absolutely adore, and it wasn't that long ago that there were some absolute morons who were trying to take offense at it and be like, we need to cancel this. It's like, it's been off air for fuck knows how long.
Well, see, that's the thing, like, where in my personal opinion comedy is dying. Like a lot of older stuff, a lot of and plus some comics these days that really push the boundaries into like edgy humor, what would be considered edgy humor. I think that's real comedy because they just don't give a shit about the rules. Comedy is designed to make fun of things and have a laugh. It's not there to offend it's not there to intentionally offend anyone. Everyone's going in with the assumption that everything is on the table and we're just all here to have a great laugh. And that's the true essence of that is missing these days. And that's why I like a lot of the I'm gravitating towards a lot of the older stuff. Like I like the look and feel of the older stuff as well. And like I'm reading like some of the older comics as well. I mean, I brought the whole run of West Coast Avengers, all 102 issues.
Nice.
And then I want to start reading those covers are gorgeous.
Yes, aren't they just?
Oh yeah. And it's sort of like it's part of the reason why these great guys have sort of taken me under their wing, because I actually have a passion for learning the older stuff. And I love watching all these streams because it's just like I'm just absorbing all the knowledge, and it's great because like you get to find out my first impressions of stuff you watched decades ago that you loved and you grew up with. So that's sort of part of like the magic of it, really.
Yeah, in that aspect, I am so jealous of you because I would love to see Only Fools and Horses for the first time again, but I can't do that. And the same with, like,
I'm interested to watch that.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
So it's really lovely to hear that someone like yourself, I mean, I don't know how young you are, but you said
I'm
that
21.
You're 21, so you're almost half my age. Believe it or not.
I think I'm one of the youngest voices in the Fandom Menace streaming circuit. So,
but it's really refreshing, man. It's really refreshing because there's so many people out there who are young, and this is no offense to them because I don't know them personally, obviously, but a lot of youngsters nowadays they seem to think that old stuff means bad, and and it doesn't. Old doesn't mean dead, and new doesn't mean best. To quote Slipknot.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree with that, guys.
Yeah. Hey, Jeb.
Oh, I was waiting.
He's
I didn't
back.
want to. No, I've been back for like 5 minutes. I didn't want to break that up. That was a good conversation. So I was just being a good host right there.
And I'm excited to see how this show Faulty Towers progresses with the different episodes.
It gets better and better.
Yes.
Is the writing good? Like, do the characters like mature and develop over time? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah. Well, the first
good.
episode, I think if I remember right, they wrote the first episode 2 or 3 times.
Oh right, okay.
And
there's
then
a couple of rewrites in it. They reshot some scenes as well.
Yeah, they weren't happy with it at the time. They're like me. I'm saying, okay, I've had like 6-7 streams, and I was like, okay, something's missing. I wanted a good name. Now we've settled on the name for the channel and everything. That's kind of like how Faulty Towers is. We're slowly getting everything going, ducks in a row, and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Let's hope none of your letters drop off then.
Yeah, I know, right? I had to drop TESD out of my name, but you got to go on with your own stuff. You can't, piggyback off your friends for so long, except if you offer them onto a live stream, then you can do that. But
Yeah.
But seriously, I love having everybody here, including Fat Steven and all. Even though Fat Steven doesn't, get the respect he deserves, even though he's a funny motherfucker. So I'm just saying.
Is he still here?
I don't know. Did he go to?
He's got to take care of Kibbles and Viagra.
But I heard, because I had myself muted. I agree with this because, like you said, they tried. The worst thing you can do is if you're writing, son, because I am a writer. I can't draw, so I would love to do a comic book because I'm a terrible drawer. I have some really banger of ideas, but the worst thing you can do when you're doing something is to get that idea in your head. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. And go back and change it 1,000,000 times, because somewhere along the way, you actually did something right and you got in your own head.
Yes.
You're like, that doesn't, and then you had it. You had that idea right there. Yeah. And that happens in writing. If you're an artist, anything, any form of media, any form of artistic, hell, even Van Gogh and Picasso, and do you know? And this is the thing, the Sistine Chapel, one of the most recognized from Michelangelo. I think Michelangelo, if I got my things wrong. The reason why he took so long is because he kept inside his own head saying it did not work. That's the reason why, or he would have had it done in a few years, but it took a very long time.
Well, there was even mistakes in this episode. John Cleese has even been quoted as to say there were things they didn't get right. They were trying things out.
Yeah.
Some of the there was, if you notice, there was a lot more outside scenes in this episode. There were more plot points in it that didn't quite work. But they were trying it out. There was probably, as I said, less jokes in this episode.
There's in one of my favorite episodes. When he goes, just checking the walls. That one's joke galore. And then there's another one, the German episode. Oh my God!
Don't mention the wall.
Well, you don't want to peak too early, do you? So
So
it works as a good setup. You get used to all the characters. You get used to all the relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does establish the world that they live in. That's what this episode does best. And once you get past that, they've got that freedom to go, okay, let's explore a little bit more. Let's see closer up at some of the relationships and stuff. And you get to know Manuel more as the episodes go along, and he becomes more and more lovable, especially by the time you get to the episode Basil the Rat.
And they just never ever understand each other. They just never ever.
That was basically done on purpose. But there was a lot of stuff that you were like, okay, did they do that on purpose, or was that? And because a lot of this stuff, and I heard this was done live in front of people, live
studio audience,
they did this in front of a live audience, and most times when you see they screw up, and I said this about Mrs. Brown Boys, the first few seasons of Mrs. Brown Boys are awesome because they did that in front of a live audience, and Carol Burnett Show did this too. People would try, and you can see this in Faulty Towers too, but Gleese is such a professional, he just goes on, but you can see the others start to crack up, and they and I love that when you're trying to one up somebody, there's a script, but you're like, hey, I'm going to do this to try to get them to bust up, even though we're live taping. Well, not
Yeah.
live, but we're doing it live, and then it goes on to a tape.
They were all good actors in it.
Yeah.
They were all people that he knew. So they would just. I mean, if you make a mistake, people's natural thing is, oh, they made a mistake and they stop. But because they were all such good actors, they just carried on. I mean, there's a scene at the very end where they knock a vase over with flowers and stuff, and Polly goes and literally goes and picks it up. I mean, another person could have just gone and, oh, that wasn't meant to happen, but they just carry on.
Yeah,
it's sort of improv, because that's where they come from. That kind of comedy, they could do that.
And if you like that sort of stuff, Jed, there's a TV show from the 90s, the UK, called Bottom.
Dude, I love that show.
Excellent. Have you seen the live shows though?
No, I haven't got to see the live shows. I've seen the recorded shows.
See the live shows, because they mess up so many times, and they just lean into the mistakes that they've made. Like, because it's quite physical as well, there's so many times where they actually punch each other, and then they're still carrying on. So the characters are going, I actually hit you, didn't I? Yes, you bastard.
Yeah, like it's hard to find the live. You can only find the recorded episodes over here. So it's hard to find the live episodes. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. So
don't you worry. I'm sure one of us can change that.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to see that. I love that show. That show is like, and I just gotta say, British comedy just has so much. I have so much love for it, because that's partly where I come from. So I wanted to know more about myself too. So and stuff. I didn't find out until later on that I came from some place, because there were certain things that they waited until I was older.
Right.
But I figured it out when I was a young kid, but I didn't find out until I was like a teenager about all this.
Yeah.
So
at least you got to discover it, man, because
this
is some gold.
And like I said, I would love to do something about like doing something old. And do you like Bond, Lucifer?
Yeah, I'm okay with Bond. But bear in mind, I haven't seen any Bond that is beyond License to Kill. Okay.
Well, here's my thing. I like I said, I want to do something every single week. Like, I want to highlight something from the past.
Yeah.
Like something awesome from the past. We'll do a little bit of news, but most of the news is just depressing. So
Yeah,
isn't it fucking just?
He wants to hear that. No.
Yeah, and you notice I did a little bit of tiny news. We got that shit out of the way, because I know most people, every channel does it, and I found this out. If you do it, everybody complains. Why didn't you do recent things? I'm like, ugh. So you do a tiny bit, get that out, and then get to the good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Because let me tell you, when the pandemic started, I was sort of like, okay, I've got a bit of extra time now. Like, I'm still working on the book and stuff, but now I've got a bit of extra time where I'm not going to the pub, I'm not seeing my friends. So I can sit down and like catch up on some movies and TV shows. And like when it started, I was watching some newer stuff, and I was just like, why did I do that? This is so soulless and empty. So I started going back over the stuff that I was watching when I was a kid, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I found stuff from that time period that I hadn't even seen before. Started watching that and going, oh my God, this is fantastic. Why did it take me so long to watch Night of the fucking Creeps? That's a great movie, and just
dude, you never saw that?
Not until last year.
Oh my God! Did you ever see Night of the Comet?
No, that's on my to watch list.
Oh my God! You could have seen that. Okay, now I'm like, oh my God, I love that movie, because that's a cult classic now. It's just like Night of the Creeps is.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you know what, Lucifer, and I will say this. Maybe we should do like a watch along or something just for that, because I want to have I don't want to do watch alongs all the time, because everybody does that. I want to make it special. So whenever we do something, it's special. I don't want to like do it every single week, like have panels but you got because if you keep doing the same thing over, it just loses its muster. So you gotta like I would say once to twice a month, maybe do something like something that everybody like Ash said. Ash doesn't know a lot. Hasn't seen a lot. Hasn't seen a lot. So I want to, I'm trying to get him to watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street too.
Yes,
The original.
classic.
Yeah, and Ash was like, yeah, I don't. I was like, dude, you gotta watch it. Yeah,
I don't do horror, so well, from what I've noticed is going forward in time, the horror in terms of movies and shows has become a lot more sophisticated. The CGI and the writing and the ambience, the sound design, the lighting has made it 10 times more scary from stuff back in the day, because a lot then it was like special effects, prosthetics and stuff like that. It was still scary, but from the few bits here and there I've seen, it's in a different league of a sense. And but like I said, I don't do horror, so naturally every Wednesday night I stream a horror game. So
yeah, he doesn't do horror, but he does a horror stream on Twitch.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, fine, I've got to watch this horror film. If I'm playing a horror game and I don't like horror, I'm like, you know what? Okay, fine, I'll watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
I have to agree. Horrors cost a lot of money, so you gotta pick your horror. Sorry, horror. My bad. Wrong stream. My favorite part with them is when
that's another stream, Steven.
I like writing them over in Grand Theft Auto, and they still say I'm disappointing. It's one of my favorite moments.
Although I will say I'm trying. Steven, you won't be. Well, I'm trying to get some certain people, and I'll tell you later. But you're like, if you can get.
Why does it sound like I'm gonna wake up with a sore ass? What the fuck?
Well, just remember to wear a condom, okay?
Oh God.
I'd like to thank everyone on the panel and everyone in the show for having me today. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, I was thinking about that I like, because like the reason the archivists. The reason why I picked that, because that's a protector of lore, history.
It's a difficult name, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'll get the hang of it. Archivist. It's a protector of lore, history, everything, and to show it for the next generation. And literally, Ash is the next generation. So I want to expose him to all this awesome stuff that he hasn't seen, that most of us have grown up with, So.
And then if you're a boomer, on the next generation.
And then he's gonna pass it on to the other kids when he's a boomer. So
Yeah.
I remember that day.
I don't think Alzheimer's is like transferable like that. Although I could have Alzheimer's and I just forgot. So I don't.
So I wanted to ask you, Fat Steven, like I asked Lucifer, what was your first experience with Faulty Towers?
I never really got into it as a kid, to be honest. Like I had to rewatch the first episode, like while you guys were talking. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But at the same time, it's just my dad watched it a lot, but for me, I never got into it. It was Cheers. Cheers was the thing I got into as a young kid. My dad watched that, and I still watch that, and then it came Frasier. But I can rewatch this now. Well, Frasier was good, not Frasier. They're announcing for the future.
Do you know they're bringing Frasier back?
No, they aren't, because it's not Frasier. It's just a podcast.
I know.
With his voice. It doesn't count.
I know. It's just,
But I can appreciate it now. I can go back and watch older like British comedies, because it was a type of slapstick in a way that it was not just word puns, it was physical puns. And if you weren't there to catch the beginning of the joke, you wouldn't sometimes understand the end of the episode, because they would reuse that joke as sometimes as a closer. So they're able to tie multiple ends of the joke and reissue them at different points. So it had its own type of formula. That's why, let's say, Faulty Towers was good. Monty Python was good. You had later on, we had like Little Britain and stuff like that. Even Mr. Bean, if you look at Mr. Bean, all of it had some kind of relation and attachment to the delivery, and returning the delivery of the same joke. And then what do we get now? We have things that try to present humor, but they do it in such a fashion that it feels like you're being lectured, not because it's a joke, but because it's a joke you shouldn't laugh at. And I think we've lost that as the years of generations of comedy have gone through. So this in itself is an art form that has been lost because now we have mushroom slaps of SJWs. It's just not fun.
Well, if you think about it, when we were kids, and I'm Generation X, we had Robin Williams, we had George Carlin, we had Eddie Murphy, we had Bill Cosby. Even Bill Cosby was funny at one point. Yeah. But now, you know. Yeah. Wait. Do you still have the Bill Cosby avatar? I thought you had that one at one time.
What the fuck?
I saw it on the stream one time.
Why are you trying to pass off all your racism onto me? What is this shit? You sound white enough and funny enough. You can get away with racism, right, Steven? That's why I brought you here. You can be all the racism so I can get more subs. Okay, great. Fucking racist? What the fuck?
I denounce it.
No. And I hate to sound this. I am going to have to dip soon because I do have the lunch table pre-records. We booked this in advance.
Go.
I didn't want to be a dick either, but it's been a pleasure meeting you guys.
Dude,
please,
Steven, it's been a pleasure meeting you, man.
Yeah.
Most people don't say that Lord Shadow. I was about to say Lord Callus. That's what I'm recording with. So it's Lord Shadow. Is Lord Shadow? Lord Lucifer Storm. I can't even read fucking names today. But
yes, Lucifer.
But yes, if you want to understand humor, like comedy, I'm gonna say this right now. Go back to this stuff, and then you can go into like the Adult Swim, older stuff, like where you have the C Lab, or do Drawn Together, or even the PJs with Eddie Murphy. Like, there's so much out there that stems from this that if you're able to connect it, you can see where everyone has gone to. And Cleese is still a mastermind today, even on Twitter, where he cancels the cancel culture and the SJWs. And I appreciate the time here. Like, comedy is an art form that should not be killed, because if you lose comedy, you lose. Well, that's great. I'll just shut up now. Thanks, Jed. That's great.
No, wait. I was trying to move it to you. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh my god, did I kick him off? Oh, for fuck's sake.
You asshole.
I'm on the phone.
The timing was perfect.
Hold on, I know. Hold on. Dickie, can you slap him like only a Dickie can, please? Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Oh, you're hitting me. Calm down.
Oh, that's racial violence
what
there.
What have I done? Yeah.
You knocked the turban off him.
Yeah, I'm just a kid. Leave me alone.
Oh my god!
It's been a pleasure, sir. I have to say.
Everybody, can you you guys, can you put that Steven's channel in the? Yeah, can you put it in the chat for us, brother?
It's www.pornhub.com/fat.
Wait, no, I thought it was www.x videos. So
you can find my actual webpage on AOLmessenger.com/ICQ. You've got mail. I hope you don't have stock.
And remember to get your Bitcoin too, so.
Who are you?
But
no, it's been great. Thank you for letting me actually joke and not be like, ew.
Fat Steven, I will say this to you. You and Lorena are welcome to come on here anytime. I love you both because I know you see me and her and yours channel when you guys come on there. I love you guys. You've said it, so you can do it again.
I was being polite.
I know. But here's it. I love the both of you guys. You guys are awesome. And especially when you guys do the Disney streams and other stuff. So you
mean the Florida set? That's actually
that I love that when you guys do the Disney stuff too. So
right.
And see, I do keep up. I go I go to like a lot of streams, and sometimes I don't say something. Sometimes I do. But yeah, you guys are welcome to come on. Open invitation anytime. Okay. So
Sounds good. Thank you. And I will try to sneak on if we're done a recording and you're still going. And later on in the future, don't forget to add me on Twitter, guys. If you ever have free time, because I'm gonna need booking in the future. And if you ever want to pimp your condom in a box project for Indian Go-Go later in the future, it'd be great. Just make sure to wash your hands before you talk to us. Sick bastards.
That's why you love us.
Yes, I have a whole wall of just YouTube profile pictures. I choose who to jerk off to at night. You know?
Wait. Does that mean you? Does that?
No,
mean
I don't
you
jerk
have
off to you.
ads?
No, I don't.
Does that mean you have the ass pic? You know.
No.
When he's in the shower?
No, I have ass on a body pillow, so I can completely being told. Actually, I'll leave you this. I'll try to share it quickly just so we can have it. Where the hell is it? It's somewhere here. Where is it?
I know Lethal has Yuna on a body pillow.
No,
So-
that's not a body pillow. That's like really tiny. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about, but no.
I think
understand.
Mara got it for him. Jesus, I'm still thinking about that picture that disturbed my mind when all the guys were girls.
You're weird.
I know I am.
That's good quality to be weird. Just
Yeah.
you're weird.
I'm weird and I talk a lot, so that's a great quality. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had it. I'm trying to find it now. Hold on. But yeah, you guys are great. You seem like you have a good formula. It was nice to meet you. I'm trying to sound awake. It's not your fault. It's just
Yeah.
It's been weird few days. I don't know if I can find it. But where I don't know where it is. I'm gonna have to find it later. But it was pretty much Az telling me to shut the fuck up, you fat fuck. I can't find it. I'm not joking either.
No, I think was it in chat or something? Or
I
on
super
Twitter?
chat because Critical Drinker doesn't like Steven Seagal movies, and that's the joke, right? So every time he starts talking about how he doesn't like my movies, I jump in the chat. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck, bro?
Oh, I think I've seen it one time when they both went off on you. So.
Yeah, so I go back the next day.
I've seen it. Well, let me hear this.
No, that's not it. This is something else.
Okay,
Whoa, hey! Oh, hey! It's, it's like a koala bear crapped a rainbow in my brain!
But that's pretty much how it goes. But thank you guys. It's been great. I'm sorry I have to dip out.
Okay.
No worries, man.
No problem, bro.
It was nice to meet you.
Fantastic.
Most people don't say that.
Yeah, everybody, please go to his channel and his Twitter and everything. He's a good
check
dude.
out my She-Hulk video. You can hear me going, oh yeah, for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I'm joking too. That's the funny part.
He isn't really.
No, but you guys have fun. I gotta get going.
Cheers,
No
dude.
worries, man.
Cheers.
You
Remember,
Yeah.
you guys all have fun, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, nice.
Okay,
Cheers, dude.
Another laughter's died.
No, it's not gonna die. It's not gonna die.
40 towers for more laughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, Lucifer, is like, yeah, we should do something like that. Because I came up with a thing for Esh for later on, and he was kind of cracking up about it, what we were doing, and I was thinking of, because okay, Lucifer, I'm trying to get him to watch the Revenge of the Nerds right now too. Yeah. He's never seen it.
Nope.
He's never seen it.
Oh, Ash, I was not lying when I said we have such sights to show you.
Yeah, I
Because
was
we
like,
really
dude,
do. A very
That's
long
what
list.
everyone's saying right now. Like,
Yeah.
you guys got. I've literally got like almost half a century of media content to catch up on.
Yes, you do.
It's more than that. It's more than that.
Yeah, dude,
Well, yeah.
you got like 40 to 60 years of stuff, my brother.
Yeah. Oh,
I
God.
don't normally say this to people, Ash, and I mean this in the nicest way possible,
Yeah.
but I hope you have insomnia.
Uh,
You are gonna fucking need
Oh
it.
no. Yeah. Oh god. There's so much to watch.
Mm. Yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. I want to do stuff. I'm gonna give Ash his own like little thing too.
Yeah.
Retro's gonna have his own little thing where he's gonna do his show and tell and just bullshit with me and stuff. So yeah, we were trying to get everything going on, and that's we're here to have fun. We're here. We're not here to be not here to be like, stressing out over some just bullshit and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I mean, what's the point in stressing out over all the fucking bullshit that there is that the news keeps throwing at us? Like, at the end of the day, I have to keep saying this to my mother because she keeps getting like glued to the screen when the news is on. I'm like, look, the job of the news is not to tell you the truth; it's to keep you watching. And they will do that anyway.
My stepmother is in there, has MSNBC on 24 hours a day, and I told her, you need to turn this shit off.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you more paranoid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah. what Garbage said, I got months of stuff to work on. He's got 50 years worth. Look at this. I'm gonna put that up there. Look at that. And in here's the thing. Some of this I want to do live streams because this is truly a unique opportunity.
Yeah.
Because we get to share our wisdom and he gets to see things for the first time. That's worth its weight in gold right there. Because with your mates, and Lucifer, I would say this anytime, brother, because me and you hit that shit right off the bat. Like where I was telling you about all the shit, I was like, I love horror, I love sci-fi, I love all that shit, especially horror. I love horror, like Evil Dead. But I even like Evil Dead 2 even more. And then I'm like, oh my God, Army of Darkness. And then they came out with the TV series. But then I was depressed because I got through it and I was like, we need more Ash. And then like my most ultimate thing that they never did, and it came a smidge close, was Freddy versus Jason versus the Evil Dead.
Yes, that would have been fucking amazing.
Do you know how close they came to that? They came with they couldn't get the rights to Evil Dead and make a contract, but they had Freddy and Jason.
Yeah.
So,
man, like, I had the pleasure of meeting Bruce Campbell back in 2009 at a comic convention in Miami. Yeah, and it was one of the best experiences ever, man, because they obviously they had like all the signing tables and everything, and then right at the front when you walked in, they had the table where they would have people come up, some of the guests, they would do a talk, a Q&A, they would fuck off, and then the next one would come on. So you had Ted Raimi come on, and he's talking away, and I'm sat with like my girlfriend at the time and a few other people that she knows and all that, and we're just listening to this guy, and it's like, oh, this is so fascinating. And then he's like, okay, the person you really want to see is Bruce Campbell, so let's bring him on. And Bruce Campbell comes on, and the first thing he does is he says, right, who traveled the furthest to be here? And my girlfriend's looking at me, she's like, go on, put your hand up. And I'm like, no, there's probably someone who's come further away. So there's someone who puts their hand up, they say, I come from New York. And he's like, okay, anyone from further away? And another kid puts his hand up and says, Puerto Rico. And he's like, okay, one last chance. Who traveled further than Puerto Rico? So I just stood up and was like, England. And he was like, England, come up here, come to the stage, England. So I trampled over all these people to get up there, and he went, here's $1 for your troubles.
Dude, and I will say that I will see this. I've met Bruce a couple times. Bruce is like one of the most awesome, just funny, just genuine, even though he will rip you to death. I will say this. He's a huge jokester, even to this day. Like he's never gotten over that, and that's a quality I love. You're like, well, he's older. He's gonna He's still the same Bruce he always was, just older.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such an amazing guy.
Yeah, and that's the we need jokes. We need all of this, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Look at the people who are trying to take it away from all of us, who are saying this is offensive and this is whatever ist or phobe you can fucking throw at it for whatever reason they try to find. Have you noticed that none of them fucking smile ever? None of
they
them
don't.
laugh.
They either have those, like that one girl that was clapping and she's a teacher and had the crazy eyes while she was doing that song. Dude, crazy eyes, or they're just so depressed about their life and then they look for every single thing that they can to take away from others because they are not happy in their own life.
Absolutely.
Lucifer, you've seen me in 2 streams and we've talked. I'm always like laughing and all this stuff all the time, right? Because, dude, you need to be like that. Fuck the small stuff and everything else and laugh and enjoy life,
Yeah,
it's just
right. Because you only get one shot at this life, man. Like, I don't know if you ever read the article, but there was this end of life care nurse who was taking care of so many hundreds of people as they're on their deathbed. And she started taking notes of everyone's deathbed confession, because some of them, they would have family there and she was there as well. But some of them were dying on their own. And so they were like, okay, I'm going to give you my deathbed confession because you were the only person here. She noticed that there were 5 different confessions that people would use, but the number one most used deathbed confession that people would say seconds before they die was, I wish I had allowed myself to be happy. And we need to take fucking note of that and allow ourselves to be happy, because before long we're not going to have the fucking chance to do that.
No, because they're going to take it all away from us. We need, and then I will say this, like Gary, I love Gary. I love ass. I love ass. As oh my god, that's gonna come up. That's gonna come up. That's gonna come up. That's gonna be clipped. Oh my god, that's gonna be clipped. Well, he does have a big rear, so but I love all the guys in Friday Night Tights. I hope to one day to actually be worthy to even go on there, because that's like the pinnacle of geekdom right now. Well, and they're all just normal guys, but I have so much respect for everybody on there. I have so much respect to everybody that does all this, and we just want to they take a lot of shit so we can be happy. And then I want to take example from that, and I was like, I'm gonna take a bullet. I'm gonna have to watch these shows so you don't have to, so you can be happy. But I'm gonna be happy because I'm gonna be ripping on this. I'm either gonna say, like you said before, I'm gonna go, hey, this was awesome. We need to point this out because they actually did something good. But then if they fuck up, I'm gonna say, we need to point this shit out so they know. Just like the Gina thing. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. I love Gina to death. Gina's awesome. Gina stood up for everybody that didn't have a voice, that got picked on, that got shit on, that got destroyed, everything. And then people fucking went after her. But I also, and I'll say this, I love her to death because she's doing a good thing. She's the wheel that has been in the clog that needed to be turned for a long time. But I'm not going to lie. I also love, I'm going to say, Robert My Burnett loved, and there's just a bunch of people I admire because they've done so many good, awesome things. He liked WandaVision. I was like, I agree with you, but I also agree there was some shit that I did not like. It's okay to like things and dislike things in the same thing. Okay?
Absolutely.
Because people are like, well, you either stand with Gina or you don't. And I was like, I stand with Gina. I love her to death. But I do still like some Disney shit. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to feel guilty, And there's other people that are feeling guilty because, dude, we love Gina, but I feel guilty. No, dude, you like what you like. Just as like you don't like some illegal fucked up shit that will get you put in jail. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you have that's when people have a problem. But if you like, and I would say this, Beauty and the Beast, well, actually, my favorite Disney movie is Oliver and Company. That movie does not get enough love. Okay. It came out 88, 89.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the 80s,
Yeah, and I want to say this. My parents just split up around that point.
Right.
So, my dad took me to go see this as a way to cheer me up because I was not feeling great, So, and that movie is stuck with me, and it has because Oliver was a kid that, you know, he lost his family and it got split up, but then he found a new family, you know, and I guess that kind of stuck because I felt like Oliver at that time.
Yeah.
And Oliver, you had Billy Joel as Dodger, Jesus,
Yeah.
Dodger, which he sung and he sings some. There were some awesome songs in that movie, and they had Cheech was in that movie.
Oh,
Just
yes.
a bunch of people were in that movie, you know. And that movie doesn't get enough love because it's one of the more overlooked ones, but it's awesome. Like, you know, he did. Why should I worry? That should be the song of the Phantom Menace right there. Why should I worry? You know, or you know what I'm saying? Of all people that want to be fun and stuff. You know, And me, I've gotten DA onto watching Disney streams. Okay,
don't get me started on that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. There is one streamer that I just found recently on YouTube. Is that crazy Disney lady? I think is that what her name is. We've been watching her religiously now.
Yeah.
She, you know, because Florida is one of the Florida state where I'm in, and a few of the other states are like the only states that are really open right now.
Yeah.
So people are going to the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and she goes in there daily. And like I said, I watch her, but I also watch Geeks and Gamers and Pot Hoppin'.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I got told, well, if you like other Disney streamers, you can't like Park Hoppin'. I was like, dude, like Drunk G-Pill, he's my boy. I love him because he does so many good things for people. He does so many good charities and stuff. Just because I like that Disney lady or like some of the other Disney park streamers doesn't mean I can't like both. Because, you know, absolutely. I would love to have like Drunk on like at some point and maybe do a charity with him. Like I said, I want to give back to the community and stuff, you know. There's so many things I want to do, but like you said, my gran used to say, you got to walk before you can run.
Yes.
So you know, I mean, I got a lot of like heart and warmth and everything in me, and it just comes out. And then sometimes it looks like I'm too eager, but it's just I have tons of passion.
Yeah, it's enthusiasm. We know.
Yeah, it's enthusiasm, passion, and everything else. Because I'm, you know,
that's a really nice thing to see, and like it sounds like there's a tiny bit of frustration there because you've got people on the sidelines saying you must like this or you must like this and you can't like this, and that's just fucking bullshit. It's like the phrase of what is it? Guilty pleasure. I fucking hate that phrase, man. Like if you like something, you fucking like something. Don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
And fuck anyone who tells you, oh, you should only like this, man. There have been several times, like I'm a big metalhead, so there's been several times I've gone to metal bars and metal clubs and stuff, and people are like, you can only like metal. I'm like, fuck you. I'll like whatever I like. Yes, I like metal. I also like murder folk. I also like classical music. I also like Josh fucking Groban as well, and that's okay. Yeah. It's just metal is my fucking go-to. If anyone tells me, oh, you're not allowed to like that because you're a metalhead, well, then they can fuck right off. That's a no true Scotsman fallacy, and that's something that only narcissists use. They want to control what you enjoy. Don't fucking let them. You like what you like, and that's why we fucking love you.
I like the Wombles.
There you go, man.
And I'm gonna say this because I gotta have my usual Howard the Duck mention because you know he's my boy.
Because Howard is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Howard is fucking awesome, and I'm gonna say
yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. Actually, okay, get this.
I watched it.
Listen to this. I got him to watch. He actually bought the DVD and then watched it and liked it because I talked about it.
I
so
really
much.
liked it. Yeah.
You were fucking awesome, Ash. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I would say this because I get picked on a lot. Well, Paulie from Latino Slant, I love him because he's awesome and he brings up a lot of issues that need to be brought up too.
Yeah.
About race and everything else, and bless Paulie for that.
He's awesome.
Latino Slant. Yeah, I bless him. I love him. He's even done some good charity work.
Yeah.
So. I can't. He helped out was it a veterinarian or a animal charity lately? God bless him for that. You know.
Yeah, I met him recently on Midnight's Edge. He's a really fucking awesome guy.
Retro, can you look up Polly's YouTube channel, Latino Slant, for me, please?
Yeah.
And put that in the chat. Hey, PD, what's up, brother? Yeah, because I when I can figure this out, because Mike said he was clobbering, but I called him Mike for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to put all that crap, I still haven't put stuff in the description because I haven't figured that out yet. I want to put like all this. I want to put you. Retro doesn't do it. Does that DA doesn't do it? But it would be Esh, you.
Yeah.
Retro, Mike. Clobburn. It'd be Fat Stevens to go. I just want to put a bunch of the people in there because I want to support everybody. That's going to be awesome, And just because, and I will say this, I've gotten this from people before when I did do other stuff. They go, well, why isn't my name in there? I was like, well, you haven't came on, or we haven't talked that much. If you want to talk to me, dude, and I'm, yeah, this guy, my friend. Yeah, I know. Yeah, PD is awesome too. I gotta,
yeah,
he's a good dude. And there's so much. We need to stop all this just BS, man.
Yeah, we do, man, because there's so many fucking great people out there. And we're doing ourselves a disservice by saying, oh, well, man, I can't speak to them because they think differently to me. And once again, that's just fucking horseshit, Like, that's all we're doing is we're putting ourselves into cages by doing that. And that's really
Lucifer,
not healthy.
did you ever see the thank you, Retro, for putting the Polly's channel in there? Lucifer, did you ever see the original OG Twilight Zone where they reach a certain age and they had to choose one or two bodies and everybody was the same?
Yes, I fucking love that show, man. Every year I rewatch all 5 seasons religiously.
We can't call it Sci-Fi Channel anymore, but
if I remember correctly, that episode was called the Number 9 Looks Just Like You.
Yeah, and everybody was born. They were born different, but they passed a law or something that at a certain age, I think it was 18. Was it 18, Lucifer?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that you had to become part of society and blend in.
Yeah,
like everybody had to be the same. There were different, and this is the way they got around it back then. There was 2 or 3 bodies, and you all had to pick, the bodies. But it was like, I gotta say this, Twilight Zone even back then. But yeah, it's just, that's the way we're heading. We're not.
Yeah.
I used to think we're heading into the demolition, man. We're not, like, I just, I don't.
I think we're kind of also heading in a similar direction. Same original TV show of the episode "The Monsters Are Due on Mulberry Street."
Yeah,
where we're all just gonna fucking attack each other because we start looking at each other and thinking they're the enemy. It's like, I've got friends who some are central when it comes to politics, some are left leaning, some are right leaning, and I keep telling all of them I don't give a flying fuck about politics. It's all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting to that point now where, like, some of them are going to hear certain things from me and they're going to be like, well, no, I can't be your friend anymore. It's like, well, that's fucking horseshit, man. Why can't you be what? Just because I got a slightly different opinion to you. Why don't we have this thing called a conversation? That helps us out a hell of a fucking lot. And why can't we remember that it's okay to respectfully disagree with each other?
Yeah. If you look up, and I will say this, if you look on Friday Night Tights and Geeks and Gamers with Jeremy, Jeremy even said this last night. He even said that there's multiple political alliances on Geeks and Gamers. He said some people are. He goes, Uche. I'd love to get Uche because Uche would be interesting as hell to be on. Because he will just like, yeah, he's like Fat Steven. They just like fucking go out there and like, but Uche fucking cracked me the hell up. but he said Uche, you know, he has strong like I do. I don't know if you see it on Twitter, but sometimes I have something will set me off and I'll be going. Like, and I will say that, and then you know, but you know, it's just, you know, I get along with it. I have friends that actually voted for, you know, the how about advice because we don't want to like promote his old ass, but the other thing that's probably gonna get kicked out and like getting took over by the other thing.
Yeah,
because we can't say the words because YouTube would probably just boop, you know.
All of a sudden the stream just ends.
Yeah, well, I've seen it. I've seen it happen. And you know,
it does happen. But yeah, I get your frustration, man.
Yeah, but yeah,
I get it big time because.
But like, yeah, we all have different political beliefs. Some are centrist, some are. I'm like center, leaning right. Well, actually. I do go both. And I think Lucifer, I don't know if you saw this. I think George Carlin said it the best. He goes, some things I'm left on, some things I'm center on, some things I'm right on.
Yeah.
But that's my choice, and that should be your choice too. They're telling you, and I don't remember his whole speech. He goes, but they're telling you to either go to one direction or another. When I choose everything, I'm not choosing just one direction.
Yeah,
you know, George Carlin was one of the hugest truth tellers ever. You know.
Yep, the Holy Trinity, man. George Carlin, Bill Hicks, Lenny Bruce. That's all you need.
Yeah, and just just like it's just the world
right.
like.
He's absolutely right because like we're now at a point like I can turn up to like my local bar or whatever, see some friends, and one of them go, oh, everywhere I go there's just commies and snowflakes. And then I'll see another friend and they'll go, everywhere I go there's Nazis and fascists, and I'm like, where the fuck are you going and why do you keep going to those places?
Yeah, I know.
I know,
right?
I see people.
Well, I gotta see what PD said it, and I have said this. What was it? I gotta mention this because I don't know if you've seen me post this, but I posted the Gray Jedi. I posted the Gray Jedi stuff where it says light cannot exist without the dark. Balance. There was this whole thing. I cannot let the other side overtake the other side. I must have order. I'm kind of like that, dude. Because I will go off on either side, and then after a bit, then I'll just like I'll center it right down.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. One thing I learned, like becoming a comic book artist and a comic book writer and stuff, is like, you know, when you start, you think, yeah, you know, my most powerful tools are things like my pen, my ruler, my pencil, and if you're doing digital stuff like I do, you think, oh, I need a Wacom Cintiq. No. The most powerful tools you have are this and this.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget that. Feel free to use them because you got one for one side, one for the other. It's like, yeah, I'll just walk down the middle. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I was going to say, yeah, I can't say too much for it on an open channel, but yeah, I'm trying to keep the peace. PD, brother, I'm not going to put that up because you know what I'm saying. Dude, you see me, I'm trying to just keep the peace myself, brother. So I love everybody, like, honestly. Charlotte, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. Yeah. So, but yeah, so let's get off that. Okay.
Yeah, because we're going to be talking about Faulty Towers. We did.
Yeah, we're running back. I would do. Okay. Listen to this. On this channel, I will say this on this channel. We do that a lot. We will get off on another topic, and then we're like, okay, we're going to go over to here. Okay.
That was about an hour ago.
Yeah. Well, our resident Vulcan over here is, you know. So
before we get back to Faulty Towers, I just want to say, Retro Dicky, right? Seriously, how many girls' phone numbers do you get because of that Tom Baker scarf?
I
It's
know,
got to be
right?
millions, man. It really does have to. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm not even joking. I am seriously fucking jealous. The only way I would be more jealous is if you had Sylvester McCoy's sweater vest with all the question marks on it. Then I would just be like, I can't be on this stream anymore because this man is fucking way cooler than I am.
Unfortunately, it's only Mrs. Retro.
Yeah.
That's the only girl's phone number you need, man. More power to you, good sir.
That's it, yeah. And if it was any others, you'd hit me over the head with a frying pan. So
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that age-old frying pan.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know it's there. It comes out once in a blue moon, but
Just as a reminder to keep you
that's
sweet.
it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
I talk to him and the missus every day, so yeah. Me and him were joking about.
She's probably downstairs, and she's probably had quite a lot of Guinness by now.
Well, she's probably downstairs making up her plans to come over to the U.S. and drag him with him over here.
Yeah, probably. That's it.
She'll come, stumbling into your room in a minute, like really drunk, holding a frying pan. Go, do you fucking love me or what?
Wait! No, she's actually done that before. So
Quite literally, that's what will happen. I'm telling you. I'm telling her, go away.
Yeah.
She'll come in. Seriously, you'll see me like disappear off stream, like that. And she'll drag me out the stream. Telling you. She won't have any.
Hook.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, like that.
I want to say this. Hey, Charlotte, it's nice to see you in here. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate it.
Hey, Charlotte.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming over here. Thank you. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys had a good stream. Yeah, I talk to him every day about that. One night he was talking, she's like telling him to do something, and all of a sudden you heard this ting, I was like, did she? And he's like, no, but she was just joking.
It is quite literally like Basil and Sybil. It really is like that. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes, dear. Yes,
Oh, it's funny because we'll be talking. We'll be talking.
No, dear,
Yeah.
I'm in the picture.
Tell you that's it. That's the way it's gonna. She's like that. Tell you, can you come and do this? Yes, dear.
We'll be talking, and then all of a sudden you hear this. He's like, "Yes, dear. I'll be in a minute, dear. Okay, dear." And then I'll tell him. I was like, "Well, Basil, you better go help Sybil."
Then the camera will go off and it'll get muted, and it'll be like.
Yeah.
Is this all a glimpse of my future?
Someone who's a bit more sympathetic.
So
Oh, God.
Lucifer, I want to get your opinion, because the reason why I'm going to you first is because you're the special guest. Ash and the other guys are with me. So, what did you tell me? What did you think? What are your opinions and what are your thoughts and stuff of the first episode?
I love the first episode. Like, I don't think it's the greatest episode in the series. I don't think it's the greatest episode of the show. But as I was saying earlier, it's a perfect way of setting up a world and just saying, okay, this may look similar to the world that you live in, depending on what part of the pond you're on and all that. But it's still a lovely way to go. These are the characters. This is their world. This is their relationships, their dynamics, and how those relationships cross over and the complexities of them. And I think one thing I like that really stood out to me is Basil's classism. When he's just sort of like, oh, they're lower class, but this is upper class. We're getting upper class people in, and like the lesson that he does kind of learn from this. But then by the time you get to like the next episode or one of the future episodes, it still sneaks in. Like he remembers the moment of this episode, but it's in his nature to like look at certain people and go, you're upper class, you're lower class, therefore I need to show you respect and stuff. And that's pretty much my takeaway and opinion of it. I think it's a really good way of setting stuff up. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's just it's a great entry point.
Disaster, you can go to the next picture, brother.
Have you read Garvin's message, have you?
Oh wait. Jeez. Just a second.
I was just waiting for someone to crack the joke for this picture. Did anyone do it?
Well, the un, dos, tres. I think
Too much
Fat
butter
Steven did it
on
earlier.
These trays.
Yeah, he did. Actually, Fat Steven did the joke. I think you might have missed it. So yeah, what's the next picture? It's just. Oh yeah, Basil, can you do the menu? Yes, dear. Don't go get another thing, dear.
Plus, I think like in this episode, like in a strange way, Basil is probably the most relatable person to the audience because he's just trying to get one thing done. And there's so many other things coming at him all the time from his wife, from Manuel, and he's getting frustrated because he's like, can no one see? I'm trying to just get this one thing done. And I think we've all been there where we've had so many people around us who are completely oblivious to the fact that it's like, just give me 5 fucking minutes, and no one will do that. So I think that's another appealing thing about
the wrong thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's something that really helps the audience who are watching this. It helps bring them in. It helps make things relatable for them.
Yeah. Oh, and Ash, the person that plays Polly, John Cleese was married to her at that time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
okay.
yeah. So Sybil played his wife in the show, but Polly actually played the housekeeper in the show. So he was married to Polly at that.
And they both wrote it together.
Yeah, they both wrote it together. Yeah. So, and it was his experiences from like being in a hotel and other stuff. I think he said when he was during the war, it was sun. I don't remember what it was.
It came from when they were staying as the Pythons. They stayed in a hotel back in the 70s called the Glen Eagles Hotel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said it was the rudest person he'd ever met, and that's who he was based on.
Yeah. But like you said, Basil's so relatable because you're like, give this man some peace, please. And then he goes in there and he tries to he's got his crumpets and everything else.
Oh, he puts the classical music on.
Yeah, he puts the classical music on. He tries to relax.
He's trying so hard just to eat his breakfast.
Yeah, and then she comes in, Basil, what is this rubbish in the paper here? He's like, dear, we're trying to get a higher class of clientele. He's like, it was only 15 pounds. She's like, 40.
I love the bit when she goes, turn that racket off. And you go,
I know.
Racket. Brahms' third racket.
This Brahms is racket. And she's like, I'm just going to go. And he's like, don't have a car wreck, dear. Or drive safe. And the sarcastic, just like, like I got to say this from what Charlotte said. Let me see this. Where is it? What Charlotte said, the best comedy, what is it? Yeah. The best comedy comes from real life stories. Yeah. Carlin,
Absolutely.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The other people, everybody's, you took the best comedy. Robin Williams. I got to say this. He did some of his best skits and stuff from real life stuff, but he was also high as hell on coke at the time. So the whole run when he was doing Mork and Minnie, he was on drugs the whole time, and you can tell where he was trying to kind of sobering out at the end of the series where he wasn't as funny. But and here's another part right here where the screen image where he's like she goes do, and then they come up and he's like, yes, dear. And then he's trying to do that. He goes, okay, I'm just checking them. And then she's like, Basil, you need to hang up the picture. He's like, yes, dear, but don't you see I'm trying to help them, dear. You know, just like
a quick Doctor Who quiz question. Does anybody recognise who that chap is out of Doctor Who? He was in a John Pertwee episode.
I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. I know who that is. It's on the tip of my tongue. Charlotte will probably get this one. Charlotte, do you know? Is she still here?
Yeah, I think she's still there.
No, I
Charlotte
recognize him, but I couldn't tell you which.
Yeah,
which
I
story
don't
it was.
remember. I know his name.
A part of my brain is thinking to
So he doesn't
Inferno.
look that different because it would have been probably about 73 the episode he was in. So this would have been a couple of years later.
Yeah, I know what episode you're talking about. PD, do you know? Let me see.
Well, PD said Inferno.
You got to be a really big
Question
fan
mark,
to get
so-
it.
Yo, I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I can tell you
It's not gonna
his
come.
real name's David Simeon, if that helps.
Yeah. So,
But no, he was in the Demons.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He played
he
the
was
news
the
reporter.
TV reporter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He played the reporter.
Because I could see his face and I could see what he was. I just couldn't remember it. I was like, I know, I get that sometime. So, you know.
Well, I haven't seen any of Old Who, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I love this.
No, what have I done?
You've just
And
unlocked
there's more than
Pandora's
50
box,
years
man.
of that story.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's
God.
already unlocked Pandora's box. You know. Yeah. So,
And there's the Major.
yeah, there's the
Yes.
major. The only two permanent house guests at his place were the major and the two women, the two sisters, I think.
And you know what?
Um,
I think every hotel, every pub, every bar needs to have a major
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, yes.
because he's
And
just amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny when he gets drunk at the bar sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, Faulty, can you give me another one, dear chap? He's
Did
drunk.
I ever tell you about the time I was deer hunting?
He just pissed off his ass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Because
So,
apparently
yeah.
he was quite a big star. He was like a sort of matinee idol sex symbol in his earlier days, and this was
Uh-huh.
quite towards the end of his career, and he got sort of another big break right at the end of his career.
Yeah, it was just like it. I just like morning, Faulty, morning, me. Like Garbage said, morning, Faulty, morning, Major. How you doing today? Oh, did you see in the paper? Don't. And he's like, yeah, I know, right? That you're like, don't tell me about the war, you know. Oh, the labor union. Oh, you just see what they're doing today. Next picture.
The elusive picture.
Yeah, that's
That never gets
I actually I got that picture. That was the thumbnail I picked. So what were you gonna say, Lucifer?
I said the elusive picture that never gets hung.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Little
a running
lower,
theme.
little lower, little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dear, do you want me to do this? Dear. Basil, I want you to go do this. Really? Puts
like
it down.
His hearing is so acute because there are so many points where he goes to do something and then he stops because he's heard her, and like most
Yeah.
of the audience hasn't. He's like, and then just quickly runs over to get that picture and be like, "I'm just hanging the picture, dear."
Oh, how about when he's back? They do 2 office skits where he's in the office and then he hears her drive up and then he runs over and starts acting like he's putting the picture up, and then she comes over to the desk and he's like, "You're still doing that, Basil? You're still to put the picture up?" And then she's like, "Did you do this yet?" And he's like, "Yes, dear. I'll be there in a moment, dear." Puts it back down. It's just it's nonstop hilarity, you know. I just, you know,
Yeah.
I just yeah. There's
Just throw
more.
it away.
Yeah, on Garbage said this, and I will say this because I had a friend's BritBox for a bit, but I couldn't. But he had to, like, you know, he had to get rid of the service, but I was in hog heaven, like with looking at all that shit. But yeah, like it said right here, there's trigger warnings.
Yeah.
Garbage said, Rich, you want to see the BritBox website warnings in every episode.
Yeah, and
Like-
if I remember correctly, they took some of the Faulty Towers episodes off because they just felt that they were too offensive.
Oh,
And when-
yeah.
And when they did that, like it hit the news, like, oh, Faulty Towers banned and stuff. And within an hour, if you went on Amazon to get a Faulty Towers DVD or Blu-ray, you couldn't. They were completely sold out because people were like, fuck this.
Yeah, well, you know what episode was the one that started the uproar?
Don't mention the war, the Germans.
Yeah, it was the Germans.
Hmm.
Germans is the one that always, if anybody picks, and I've seen this ever since I was a teenager, the one that starts all this shit is because he does the little finger at the mustache, and then he walks out with the shit on his head, and he's like, hey. You know, that's the one, and everybody, that's so offensive. Dude, take a joke.
Yeah. Fucking right.
So, I love that part right there with where he's like, Manuel, the wine menu. And he's like, goes over to it. He's like hitting towards it. He's like, Manuel, the wine menu. He's like, see?
It's the fact that he's close enough to pick it up himself.
Yeah.
And he just wants Manuel to do it, and then he just picks it up and hands it to Manuel so Manuel can hand it to him. He makes life so much harder for himself, and he really doesn't need to.
Oh, I love it when they go into the kitchen sometimes and you hear the sound effects in the back with the prop master. And they're like, you hear the props in the background, you hear like, poof, ow! It's kind of like the Eddie Murphy skit where Eddie Murphy was talking about that moms have they take their shoe off and the boomerang shoe and it comes back and he does a and like the first time I ever heard him talk about that, I cracked my ass up because I had one of those moms. My mom will whoop my ass. She didn't give a care if we were at church, we were at the doctor's office, we were in line, anywhere. If I screwed up, I would get a smack in the back of the head, or if I was further enough, she would grab it. Even if we were in like the worst place, if you screwed up, was to be in the canned food aisle. Wait. That ain't no shoe, brother. That's a tin can full of shit. My mom would pick it up and just toss it right at me. because at one point I got really good at dodging because she would always throw stuff at me. So one time she literally threw her purse at me, then took off one shoe at a time, tried to hit me, and then I was like, I did the and then and then because she missed me with both the shoes, and then literally picked up a big tin can of green beans and just socked it at me. Like I got nailed, dude, because you can't like in dodgeball. And Ash is probably, have you seen dodgeball?
Oh yes.
Maybe. What, the game, or is it a movie?
Movie.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me
That world
have a
play.
look.
So yeah, and I just got nailed upside the head. And he's like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. And I was just like, yeah, PD. Yeah. Moms had black belts back in the day, I swear, in like ninja powers. Like now if you do that, you know.
No, I haven't seen
hell,
it.
Alpha, what's up, brother? Yeah, dude, moms couldn't get away with that shit nowadays, man.
No.
You just can't. Because, you know, it just that wouldn't happen. They would get canceled the moment you get smacked upside the head with a can of green beans or something.
That sounds
know?
very similar to the Indian bitch slap.
Oh, dude, my mom.
Have you
like,
heard about
seriously, I will tell you, my mom would use any, like Eddie Murphy said, and this is really I cracked up when I heard him say that. She would just literally just anything. If I was in Hand Street, she would do the Indian, like you said, or the smack. Or if I was in long range, shoes, purse, whatever.
Oh yeah. It's like if you have Indian parents and you mess something up, it's always the closest object will be thrown at you. And if there's no object, the shoes will come off, and they'll come at you with the slippers.
Oh, Indian parents! See, Indian parents, they didn't stop that shit. That shit's still going on to this day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I know that. Yeah. So Ash knows our pain. Okay, they never stop that. Unlike over here, where you get canceled if you barely Hey, Alpha, brother, what's up?
Oh,
but yeah, no, that mustache is not photoshopped on. That's his real mustache. That is, yeah. He actually asked that. Did you see that? Look at it.
No,
He actually was it. Alpha, where is it? Garbage said. I gotta find it in the thing. He actually said, look at this. He actually said, are you a mustache or is that photoshopped on? No, that is literally his mustache.
Yeah.
They had I gotta say this, and Lucifer, and you know this, and the other guys know this. Sometimes some of the mustaches in Monty Python were they were glued on.
Yeah.
Eric Idle said something about one time where one of the mustaches he had on, and he couldn't get the glue off for like 2 days because back in the day they used was it spirit glue or some kind of glue that really sticks sometimes? Yeah. And sometimes it would stick, and sometimes, and if you go back to some of the episodes, the mustaches had fallen off in the Flying Circus. If you watch the Flying Circus, I think one of the episodes, one of the mustaches falls off. They tried not to break character, but they were breaking character.
Yeah.
So and then you just go on through the thing,
There was one skit where it was two French people, and one had a mustache and one didn't. So the one with the mustache would talk, and then he would take off his mustache, stick it on the other one, and the other one would start talking, and it was fucking brilliant.
And then we have this, the spam one.
The classic.
Yeah. More spam, so
Spam.
Benson spam.
I don't like spam.
But I think one of my favorites has to be not the Life of Brian, the Thin Mayflower.
Holy Grail?
Yeah, not Holy Grail, although I love Holy Grail to death. The Meaning of Life. Yeah, the Meaning of Life, where the fat guy's there eating, and he's eating everything, and he's eating, and then the guy he comes up, he's like, "Would you like a small thin wafer, sir?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna get full." And then he gets more food. Yeah, I feel stuffed. And he's just like, but sir, it's just a thin wafer. You'll be fine. It's just, and then when he does, he's just
bucket.
I think he said, because I watched the interview one time, he said he couldn't get the stuff that they made to throw up out of his hair, or it smelled his hair smelled for 5 days because it got all over the place. He said this is back on, I don't know, Lucifer or you guys, if you guys ever seen Entertainment Tonight. It was an Entertainment Tonight episode, and he's like, I had to bathe in like tomato soup for 3 days, 3-4 days, because it smelled so foul. The stuff that they put in it, where he just it was kind of like, the Family Guy episode where somebody made a joke, and then like one of them started barfing, and then Peter started barfing, and then they came in, and then Meg came in, and she's like, "Oh my god, blah,
Yeah, the Epicat comet engagement.
The epithet episode. He goes, "Oh my god, I can't stop."
Whoever throws up last gets the last piece of cake in the fridge.
He's like, "I just want us to."
And he's holding Brian's ears whilst vomiting.
that was, and a lot of people go, that made no sense. I was like, no, dude, that was comedy at its finest. Like right there. That was some shit Monty Python would pull right there.
Yeah.
That was Monty Python like, and people are like, that was just disgusting. I was like, no, that like, and they're like, well, most comedy is about tragedy and just everything else, you know, like Basil, for example, the shit he goes through in the first episode, and it just keeps getting worse as you go through the episodes, and then finally at one point he just and you see this, and I'm not going to spoil it too much because we've already said this. He just loses it. Just like, you know what? and it's fucking hilarious. So, D8, next picture, please. Oh yeah, before that, that's the guy, and I'm going to tell you that's for people that haven't seen, but we all know people are in there. That was the guy that was the fake guy. So,
yeah,
Lord Melbourne.
Lord, that scammed them. Yeah, BritBox in there. They're on Netflix too. So
it's because he was so in love with the upper class that he just literally, that's what made him fall for it so easily.
Yeah. So yeah, and then there was this offshoot that there was a romance starting to start, and she's like, "Do I get a smile?" He go, "Do I get a smile with that?" When he was serving her, and she's like, "No, it's like, was it Brussels sprouts or something?" So he's like, "No, so the smile isn't extra." Trying to hit on her the whole time.
Yeah, and she's just like, well, it depends if you eat all your sprouts or not.
Yeah. I love how they had the some of the older cars in the episode too. Back then it wasn't old, but they did use some older cars for back then too.
Yeah.
So and next picture.
Oh,
I love this bit. The
slow dawning of knowledge. And he plays it so slowly. That's the best bit of it.
Yes.
He's like, okay,
takes one brick out, and then he takes the other one out, and then he bangs them together.
But it's also the bit where he's holding the first brick and he's just shaking it against his ear, just in case there's something inside of it that is valuable. And it's just beautiful.
Then he sniffs the second brick.
Yeah. He's just like.
And his whole thing of Sybil, I forbid you to open the safe. I forbid you to take out Lord Malbury's case. I forbid you to open the case.
Do not do it. I gotta say, good night, garbage. Good night.
No worries, garbage. Take care, man.
Yeah, brother. We're gonna be doing more, brother. So don't worry. Thank you for coming to the stream. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, it's just like you said, just the slow dawn of realization and clicking them together and everything is just like, that was gold right there. So, okay, next picture, dear.
Now this is the end.
Gin and orange, lemon squash, and a scotch and water, please.
I know, right?
A gin and orange.
I love that.
Lemon squash and a glass of water.
Because until that moment after after Lord Melbury's been arrested, that was the only thread that wasn't tied up, and they were just like, no, we can fit it in, and here's how, and it was just so perfectly timed.
Yeah,
and it's such an old gag. It's an old gag because if you say something enough times and keep repeating it, it just becomes funnier and funnier every time. They're not saying anything different, but it's just because they keep repeating the same thing.
Yeah,
it just makes it funnier every time.
Yeah, well, and I do this. I do the same. I've done the same thing with Howard Duck for years, and people are like I'm just like, yeah, I'm the Howard the quack, and shit like that, And then I even do the comic, but then I was like, and then somebody said to me like, you don't like you were doing something about Howard the Duck, and I was like, oh, Ducky, quack quack.
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Duck.
I know, right? Do you want a taste of quack foo? Dude, there's so many lines in that movie, dude. I just love it. It is just Was that the last one?
Yeah,
Disaster?
that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
That's basically
Yeah.
the last gag before they get arrested. Before
yeah, I
Melvin
know.
gets arrested.
Let me see. I gotta pull my glasses. Oh
And
yeah,
for
I
a
still have-
British comedy, it's quite rare that it doesn't really have, probably apart from Barcelona, it doesn't really have a catchphrase.
No, but they do
Yes,
have running jokes throughout the whole series, though.
Yeah.
They started in the first episode with the Manuel, and then
Yeah.
with Sybil, like Basil,
The only thing that's like really like even close to like a catchphrase is the fact that you knew that every time the episode started, you would see the Faulty Towers sign, but someone would rearrange the letters.
Yeah.
Like at one point it said something like farty towels or something like
or
that.
fatty owls.
That's the one, fatty owls.
Owls,
Yeah. So you kind of tuned in for that. It was like the early version of like the American Dad opening, where the headline
Yeah.
was always changed on the newspaper to something really stupid, and it was just that's the closest thing they had to a catchphrase. And it,
Well,
it's
and
beautiful.
then I heard that the creators of Simpsons kind of took from that too. That scene, because if you go at the end of Simpsons, they always change it and stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a little bit of the idea. I gotta say good night, Charlotte. Good night. I'm glad to
Good
see
night,
you here.
Charlotte.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Glad to see you here. But yeah, they said that it's just like. And Faulty Towers was like Faulty Towers and Are You Being Served? Like one of my favorite episodes in Faulty and Are You Being Served was the German episode. Like, here's a funny thing. It was the Oktoberfest episode. And Are You Being Served? Like they were the funny ones because they were still in that period where okay, we get to make fun of the Germans for a certain amount of time because you know what I'm saying? There's like, okay, you guys we can do this now. We don't give them. They're like, we don't give them two shits. But yeah, there were so many just awesome things, and I hope to do that. Are You Being Served is kind of a little bit hard to get on. There's a ton on YouTube, stuff, and I would love to do Red Dwarf and stuff too.
Oh, Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Right.
special
We
place in my
have a
heart for
ton
that
of so there's a ton of things, so I just Ashley, have you ever seen Red Dwarf?
No.
Okay, so that's another one to put on the
That's
list.
another one
you've
on
got-
the list.
Every time I
You've got
say
a
no,
treat
all you
there.
guys are going to be like, "Oh my god!"
Yes, that's exactly it. That's going to be the catchphrase for this show moving forward. Of Ash, have you
do you know
seen
what?
that?
Do you know what
No.
it is? Do you know what the thing is? Growing up through school, I used to get the exact same thing because I just really wasn't in with like stuff, music and bands and our different artists. So everyone was like, "Oh, I like this artist, I like this song, I like that song." I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" And everyone's like, "Oh my god, Ash! For God's sake,
Hey, you're
it's
walking your
happening
own
all
path,
over
man.
again."
You're walking your own path. Never be ashamed of that, man.
Yeah.
At least we're only showing you the good stuff.
Yeah, we're not
Yes.
Picking out of all
well,
these
we
50
might
years plus and picking out the
Well,
good bits.
okay, here's Lucifer. We gotta show him the Night of the Comet.
Yes,
Right.
I do need to see that. Like I said, I've got the Blu-ray. I've had the Blu-ray for fuck knows how long, and I just haven't watched it yet. But that needs to change.
Yeah. There and I wanted to see this because you're probably the only one here that will know about this. I don't know if anybody in chat. If anybody in chat knows about this, tell me. Have you ever seen Girlfriend from Hell, Lucifer?
I've heard of it. I have seen the trailer. I've never seen the movie.
That movie, that like Howard the Duck, that is one of my that's one of my favorite movies too.
Awesome.
Girlfriend,
That's
I
another
say
thing
that.
added to the watch list, which keeps getting longer and longer, but never shorter.
Dude, here's the thing. I have like, and I said this. Oh, other people have called me like the human Wikipedia. I was like, no, I don't like, you can add, but the Google or something, because I'm like, if I see something and then I just get it and then like rewatch it over and over and over, because at one point, I had nothing but, this is at one point, I had a VCR. I had nothing but Ninja Turtles, Garbage Pail Kids, the first Ninja Turtles movie, the Garbage Pail Kids, Flash Gordon, and what was it? And Girlfriend from Hell. There was like 4 or 5 movies that I only had because I moved and I lost some stuff in the move. It just broke, and I lost it. So yeah, there's always just like, you know, like and I just love some really bad stuff. There's another one. Yeah, there's another one that okay, I'm probably not a lot of people have heard. Yeah, this is Alpha, like I'm saying, not a lot of people have heard Girlfriend from Hell. I've been trying to get the guys from Riff Tracks to riff Girlfriend from Hell, but I don't know if they can get the rights or to do it, because sometimes they got to get the rights to do it. Because I talked to.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh God, it's a dark comedy. It's a black comedy. It's a black comedy. This is why I think Lucifer.
Can't say that anymore, can you?
Can you?
This is why I think Lucifer would crack his ass up, because it's an old. It's a late 80s, early 90s, if I remember right.
That's the kind of time I like.
Yeah, the first time I saw it was on Up All Night.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen that back in the day, okay, and then when Elvira was still doing her stuff after she came back, she showed it on her like B movies. Okay, so one time I got to see the edited version, because on USA Channel back in the day, before they got rid of the Up All Night, I don't know if anybody here's seen it. They used to have Rhonda Shear with Up All Night, and she would show Hotel Hell and have you ever seen that, Lucifer?
Yes.
Oh,
fucking awesome movie.
I've seen Hotel Hell.
Yeah, Hotel Hell. She would show just like really random, just like off the wall shit that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah.
Up All
you
Night.
guys already know if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, we already know that.
We don't even need to ask that one.
9 times out of 10 it'll be no.
See, Ash already knows his gimmick now.
Even the show's got a catchphrase.
Yeah, I know. Just checking the walls, dude. But she would just show the most Elvira, but even before Elvira did it, Elvira would show like some of the most awesome old stuff. Back in the day when you could actually show stuff on TV without everybody getting so offended.
Yep.
But then I got a copy of it and I got to see an uncensored version. Oh my God. There's some shit, dude, that I was just like, because you can tell where they cut stuff out on you. I don't know if anybody ever saw USA back in the early 90s, late 90s, where they were showing stuff. It was a network out here we had in the States.
Right.
They would just show straight up B movies and stuff at night on Friday and Saturday night. So when I got a copy of it, I was like, oh, it's not going to be that, because you can see the jump cuts. I don't know how they got away with showing half the shit they showed. This is what I didn't get. They showed Hotel Hell, left a ton of shit in that you shouldn't have, but they cut Girlfriend from Hell to pieces. That you can see the jump cuts.
Yeah.
But then when I saw Girlfriend from Hell, they knew that they were gonna make a cheesy, silly fucking black comedy. So they went with it. So, yeah, Alpha up all night with Rhonda. Yeah. So this is the thing. I love it when I think they started like Manos too. Manos, I don't know if anybody ever saw this on Ref Tracks or Mystery Science
Manos, the
Theater.
Hands of Fate. Fucking
Hands of Fate was legit made as a serious movie, but over time people saw I've seen that movie at least like 50 times. Like yeah, I keep finding little things and stuff, every now and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And
what you mean.
Oh, retro? Oh, just a second. Okay. Yeah, I know it's about time for your bedtime. Retro.
Is it frying pan time?
Yeah, it's frying pan time.
It is frying time.
It's been lovely meeting you, and I hope you survive the frying pan, dude.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Lucifer Storm, excellent chatting with you, dude. Awesome. Great to
It's nice chatting with you too, man. Hopefully, I will see you again on here at some point in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
As usual, guys, great stream. Enjoyed it. Fantastic to speak to you all again. And cheers to the chat. Hail to everyone. And I'll clear off. Good night, then.
Okay, mate.
Take care, man.
I'll see you when you wake up, brother, okay? Get a hold of me.
Cheers, dude. Bye-bye.
Yeah, he said it was about frying pan time, so he told me in the private message. I was like, "Oh shit, it's about that time." She's like,
unfortunately, I'm gonna have to dive off soon. Not yet, but soon, because I got another stream coming up a little later, and I'm gonna need to wash and shit before I do that.
Yeah, what stream is it, by the way?
It's do you know a guy called Pops Van Sant?
No, I don't. Actually.
He's a great guy. He's got this Facebook group called Comic Related Madness. Okay, you've got readers in there. You've got indie creators, professional creators, and stuff. Once a month, he does like a stream like this, but it's like a 12-hour stream, and it's like a convention. So each creator gets like a half-hour slot, and I've got one in about 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like, dude, here's my thing, Lucifer, and I will say this: I would love to do a comic skate street, bring Rabbi on, bring Ethan on, bring Tucci on, bring Graham on, just get everybody's stuff out, because I think the only way I know DA is going to turn his ears off for this one. He's going Vulcan form, unite, but I think the only way we're going to get past a lot of this stuff, because the oldest thing on the face of the earth is drawings, because in caveman times, that's how they got things across.
Absolutely.
It's the oldest. What would you say? It's the oldest form of expression on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So I think the only way we're going to get past all this is to promote you, to promote Graham, to promote Ethan. Ethan is, I've known Ethan. Well, I've met him a few times, but I don't personally know. But I go in his chat and stuff. Sometimes he says hi.
Yeah.
But and to promote Billy, to promote anybody that has the balls enough to stand up to the fucking pricks that we have that have ruined DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
And especially Dynamite too. I gotta put that in there too. That's the only way. That's the only way we're going to get that done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you've got to let people know that there is this alternative, and that it's fun. Like, I mean, okay, like the stuff that I'm doing with Lady Satan is very dark and it's quite serious, but that doesn't make it any less of a fun book to read. It just depends on the type of stories you like to take in and stuff. Yeah. And I haven't bought a Marvel book for fucking years.
Oh, okay, listen to this. I was when Rebirth came out, because I love DC. I can't say I just haven't bought any of the recent stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And I admit Gary even admits he's been watching WandaVision, but legally. So we all watch things legally, even though
Yep, absolutely.
But the last time I bought anything DC or Marvel and for the books was when Rebirth happened, because they put one of the homies that actually knows Superman on there.
Yeah.
You know, and he did Rebirth, and then they brought fucking Bendis on that destroys he's Bendis is like the J.J. Abrams of comics. I shit you not. At one time he was good, but sometime at one point or another he just and this like everything he touched turned to shit. Like
yeah. Unfortunately, that's just how the mainstream comic book industry is going at the moment. I mean, every now and then you get like a glimmer of hope. Like when they started publishing Immortal Hulk, my God, that started off so strong, so powerful. And then like after 7, 8, 9, 10 issues, you're like, oh no, now it's going down this avenue of now it's time to preach at you. We go to comics to escape that bullshit.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw in Fat Steven had it on his avatar too, on his picture that they turned She-Hulk into a dude, like literally.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then did you see that? I don't know if you talked to Anna or if you met Anna yet, because some people haven't met other people in Comicsgate though yet. I don't know. Have you met her yet?
I don't think I have. Are you referring?
That Star Wars girl.
That Star Wars girl. Yeah, I haven't met her yet.
She does awesome work. She does Star Wars work. And a ton of other stuff. She did a
Vampirella cover, didn't she?
Yeah, she did an awesome Vampirella cover, which I have. I love that cover. And everyone like, well, she didn't. Dude, that's an awesome cover. Shut the fuck up. You know, people can like shit.
Yeah. It's okay to like shit.
Yeah. But here's my thing, and then there's Rabbi, where I'm loving what he's putting out now, because he put a bunch of stuff out of characters from the 60s.
Yeah.
Like from the Avengers, from Doctor Who, and all this other stuff, and he's just bang up, just hitting it out of the park. But then on the other end, he has a biblical history book where told from this point of view and this guy's point of view, two totally different comics that are freaking awesome. You know,
it's now got to the point where there are so many good indie books. I have to sit there and go, I can't buy all of these, and that hurts. I want to buy all of these, I just can't. My credit card will fucking hit me if I try.
I know.
You know,
the thing that hurts me the most, I haven't been able to get a copy of the new Ninja Turtles of the Ronin, because I haven't been able to find it, and if I do find it, it's too much.
Yeah, because I've only read the first issue, but I need to read the rest.
Oh, it's already into a third reprint.
Oh, nice.
I'm not shitting you. I think Tom told me, because I talked to Tom about Ninja Turtles and stuff, because he knows I love Ninja Turtles. He loves Ninja Turtles. We talk about that shit sometimes.
Yeah.
It's already, I think it was him. I'm not sure. I don't want to be taken to him, but I think he was the one that said it's gone into a third reprint.
Fucking hell.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Anna does. I gotta admit, what Tim said, and we gotta. Let me see my glasses. What Tim said right here. Look up that Star Wars girl, like Anna, on Twitter and stuff, dude.
Cool.
Anna has some skills, like she does. She was. I think she said, because I was in her stream the other day. I think she said she was putting her stuff on Redbubble, and
cool.
there's a bot that actually looks to see if things are real and stuff now. The bot was kicking her stuff off of Redbubble because it looks too much like a real picture. That's how awesome Anna is at drawing. Like I will back up anybody, any artist, any writer, anything that wants to say fuck you to Disney, Marvel, and DC right now. Like seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like they're not going to get the message any other way than people saying, you know what, fuck this. I'm cutting our relationship. You know, sitting down with them as if you're having a proper breakup and going, look, it's not me, it's you. You know.
Yeah, and PD has has it correct. Back in the alternate comic book industry has turned into the underground music scene of the 70s.
Yes,
Yeah.
spot on. Absolutely spot on.
PD, you do, like, brother, like as always, you're spot on, brother. So
it's going to get to a point where all the Comicsgate books that have been made now, in like 40 plus years, they're going to be worth so much.
Yeah,
because the alternative comic book industry is where it's at. People are just currently sick of the main companies and all the shit they're putting out, and they're not listening to their customers.
Yeah.
So it's going to go that way.
Yeah. And because they're making the mistake of they're listening to people who they believe are readers, and they're not. And you know, like, look, I'm not a sports guy, right? But there was once this football coach who, in an interview, he was asked, like, hey man, you know, when the game is on, you've got all these people in the seats and they're screaming at you, they're telling you what to do. Do you ever listen to their advice and put it into action? And he said, those who listen to the people in the seats are doomed to sit with them. And that's so true, because that's what these fucking publishers are doing at the moment. They're listening to people in the seats. These people have never run a fucking publishing company.
No.
They do not know. Why the fuck would you listen to them? Rule number one: you find the smartest person in the room, and you stand next to them and you listen. If you are the smartest person in the room, you go to another fucking room.
Yeah, I've kind of done that. I got told that early on in life.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why I'm like, okay, I try to, and like sometimes I know I talk a lot, but I do try to talk to them and try to learn from them. Yeah, I do. Like, did you hear DA giggle like there?
Can I ask a novice question about comics?
Of course you can.
Yeah, there's no bad questions here.
Will comics go the same way as every other industry? Movies, music, is it doomed to go that way as well? Just download like books do?
I think so. I mean, unfortunately, it hasn't moved over to digital very well, because there's so many techniques that you can do in print comics that you can't really do in digital comics. But they're trying to figure out ways of doing that, and I think we're slowly getting there. And I think that sadly it will get to the point of comics will mostly be digital. Especially, it's like when I started my Indiegogo campaign, I just wanted my book to be in hardcover, right? And I realized that the shipping to the people in the US who wanted to read the book, well, for a hardcover, that's just going to hurt them. So I put out a soft cover as well. And then people started saying, why don't you do a digital? And I was like, I'm not really into digital comics. I don't think many people are. And then I had readers who were coming to me and saying, dude, I work on an oil rig. The mailman isn't coming here. I want to read your book. Digital is my only option. So I think it's slowly going that way.
It's probably both then, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I could see it being both. I think that is a possibility. But the real thing that we need to remember is, like, a lot of comic books that are out there are for kids. Mine is not.
No.
Not by any stretch of the fucking
Not what I've seen.
No.
But most are aimed at kids. And the reality of things is, kids aren't at comic book stores anymore. And it's not because of the pandemic. It's because of their phones. They're online. If you want to reach the kids, you have to put your book out there digitally first, and then say to them, hey, this is available in print. And the ones that really dig it, they will go for the print versions. I think print versions are going to just be more like a collector's item moving forward.
I think, okay, me and Disaster had this kind of discussion. It wasn't an argument, it was kind of a discussion. But we were like, I was like, it's as we go forward, it's going to be collectors. There's still going to be, and I will say this to my dying breath, we have the cloud and servers and everything. All this stuff is going to be around to the end of the time, but there are going to be people that are going to be smart enough to be able to figure out to put it on physical media. Even if it's digital, there are going to be people that's going to figure out a way to put it on physical. Anyway.
Well, the thing that we've got going on at the moment is a lot of people are seeing like digital media, whether you download it or stream it, they're seeing it as like, okay, this is the new way to go. Everything before this is going the way of the dodo. CDs, no more. VHS tapes, Blu-rays, none of that shit exists anymore because we've got streaming. But what no one seems to actually realize is when you're streaming, when you're downloading, you don't own it. You don't own a copy of it. You are just renting it. In theory, Netflix is just a modern Blockbusters that makes its own content as well as renting stuff out to you. And when that happens, that's when you're going to start seeing like everyone's getting rid of physical media, or they're trying to. And I think we're going to get to a turning point where people are going to go, oh shit, I've just realized I'm just renting stuff. I could actually save a bit of money if I go back to physical media. And because so much stuff is being censored on the streaming services, you can't get everything on the streaming services. People are already starting to go back to the physical media.
And you only get to see what they want you to see.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. There was a guy who wrote a blog post over like Thanksgiving weekend. He was like, man, I wanted to sit down and watch Air Force One. And he was like, I don't have any physical media. And I thought, hey, it must be on one of the millions of streaming services that I'm subscribed to. He couldn't find it anywhere.
No.
It wasn't on Netflix. It wasn't on Hulu. It wasn't on Amazon. It wasn't on any of them. And he had kind of like had that realization of like, oh shit, I'm not in charge of my collection or my archive, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm letting someone else control that for me. And that's really scary, because that means someone is dictating what you see, what you put in here.
Yeah.
And most people are like, no. I don't want someone else controlling my tastes, controlling what I watch, what I read. I need to be in control of that. So I think
I say that every single time, brother. On physical media all the way. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I have some digital, but if I can do physical, brother, I'm there.
Yeah, same. Absolutely.
Well, funny you mentioned Air Force One. I just had a look. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, see, they've put it on there now.
Wait. Was it not on there before?
Was your mate in like the UK or something? Because that might be UK Amazon Prime.
That's a good point, because he was in the US.
I looked stuff over here. Then you tell your mate to get, if they can't find it, get a what do they call it? VPN and go to whatever country it's on. That's the way to do it. But still, I would say go on to a website. You want that movie, buy it. So you can have it in your hands. So you have the control.
Yeah,
but we also need to take into account, like we said that vinyl was dead for so long.
Oh hell no!
And now it's so fucking popular. More vinyl is being sold now than when vinyl was first put out there.
Well, that's sort of gone full circle. That's sort of gone the nostalgic route, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody finds CD sales are going down because everyone's downloading. But the people of the older generation that bought vinyl are now going back and thinking, "Oh, this is what I used to. Oh, I remember the LP, the cover, the images. And it's become retro."
Yeah, absolutely. And I like more and more younger people are starting to pick up on it as well. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to have this lull where like physical media, like the production of it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then we're going to have that boom. I mean, there's already services online where you can go to someone's website or Instagram account and you can message them and say, hey man, like, Deadpool 3's just fucking come out on Blu-ray. Could you put it on a VHS tape for me? And for like a couple of dollars, they'll put it on a VHS tape done professionally with a professional label and cover. They'll even do the soundtrack on a cassette tape for you. And these people are making money hands over
making
fist.
Bank. Yeah, they are.
Big time.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I still have a ton of my cassettes. I still have, dude, I have the Laserdisc version of Flash Gordon. I have the album of Flash Gordon when it came out, the soundtrack on vinyl. I have a ton of vinyl. I even have some Beatles stuff on vinyl. You're gonna kill me for this one because I'm gonna screw this one up. Metallica, when they had I don't remember what album it was. Metallica, when they had Enter Sandman, I had that on vinyl.
The Black Album.
I had the Black Album. Yeah, I've had that ever since. Like, see, I love metal and everything else, but sometimes everything I know so much, it just blends in sometimes.
Yeah. I get what you mean, man.
I have ton of Ozzy albums. I have like just ton of shit, dude. Like
it might actually be harder for comics and books to like go the same direction as all the other types of media because of one simple well, maybe even two things. Like when you're swiping a comic on a tablet, it's really hard to get like pulled into it, whereas like I've got like a few sample pages like printed up in my book to like test the papers, right? You don't get that. You don't get like when you can open a book like that, you get pulled in. But not only that, I can do
the smell too.
And it smells beautiful. You can't do that with digital. You can't recreate that smell. And there's something very special and nostalgic about that smell.
That's part of the reason why I love physical media. Like, I love having the actual physical book in my hand, or like a comic book, or like having an actual DVD or a CD or whatever the medium is. It's all, for me personally, it's better to have the physical thing.
Yeah.
And again, with everything going digital, that's gonna die out, and not die out, but it's gonna become more very niche thing. Because more people are going to be on screens. And
listen, you don't know how proud of him I was when he goes, "Hey, I just bought the entire run in West Coast Avengers." I was like, "What, boy?" and then he texts me after that. He goes, "Oh, I got Howard the Duck too." I was like, "Oh my god, yes."
Esh, the fact that you are in your early 20s and you appreciate physical media, that is really something special.
Yeah, it is.
Because physical media is special.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And that's the thing. I think another thing that like a lot of people forget about is like we live in a physical fucking world. You know, like I'm real. I'm not digital. I can touch other people when we're not 2 meters away because of a fucking pandemic. You know, and we really need to embrace that a bit more. You know,
like,
how long is it going to be before it's like, oh, you want this T-shirt? Download the design and print it your fucking self, and that takes something special away. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's the Star Trek future we're never gonna get because of everybody. You know.
When we all get replicators and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's always going to be people that are going to be trying out things like minimalism when it comes to like their home space. I know a few people who like minimalist home space, and that's fine if you're someone who's making fucking way more money than they ever need to every year. Yeah. But like, you know, people who are working like the 9 to 5, they're getting the minimum wage. They can't afford all the streaming services. They can't afford Netflix and Spotify and Hulu and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus and this, that, and because it all fucking adds up. It's actually better for them to have physical media.
That's what I do. I don't have any streaming services.
Yeah, good man. Good man.
I would just literally buy anything that I say that I'll watch all the reviews, I'll read the reviews, and then I'll pick down to 2 or 3, and then I'll go and buy those.
Yeah.
But listen, I also gotta say, for some things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's cheaper to do that, yeah. But we do not condone that on this channel. I'm just saying.
No.
But you know what I'm saying.
It's also cheaper nowadays, probably to buy something physical media than to even go to the cinema.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, I will say this. Do you know when Wonder Woman came out, 84 came out?
Yeah.
Both the Wonder Woman. The last movie, I will tell you this, for the last movie that I went to in the movie theater was Endgame. How many years ago was that?
That was 2019.
Yeah, so it was like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
I haven't been to a movie theater, and I go in for rare, like, big movies, like
Yeah.
But there's not going to be any big movies in the future.
Oh no more. Like and I will say this, and Gary, I agree with Gary. There's not going to be another $1 billion movie unless something really kicks off for decades. You know,
Yeah.
It would be a fluke. It would really be a fluke if one happened now.
Yeah,
anything that's come out recently and they're following the same trend, it's not going to do it.
Oh, well,
and the problem is, cinemas is dying. It's dying anyway before the virus hit, and they need a big film to get people back into it. Well, what are they going to show? And there's nothing out there, is there?
Well, you know, and I'm going to say this. Yes, I'm calling you out, Warner Brothers. Whatever the hell are you bloody thinking? Like, you have, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this right now. You have the perfect man to be Superman that actually wants to participate and want to be true to the lore, want to be true to everything else. I'm not ripping on Cavill. I'm actually standing up for the brother right now, Ashley. I just want to let you know.
Yes.
And yes. And this bullshit, you know what this bullshit did? It made me lean even more to and I will say this, it even made me lean even more to Justice League now, because I want to see Snyder make these idiots at fucking AT&T and everything else eat shit and crow. Literally. They don't, dude, he wants to be Superman. He is the perfect guy, and I will say this, he's the perfect guy right now for either Bond or Superman. Okay? And they do not want him there because he has ties to Gina and he's a white guy. Like, literally. And it's pissing me the hell off. Like, you have a guy that has literally been only in three movies. Was it Justice League?
Justice League, Batman v Superman, and Man of Steel. So that's,
he only got to do it 3 times, and they were like telling him what to do. Okay, he literally went to the directors with somebody else and said, "This is a story that I want to do. This is coming from the heart," because he is listen to this. He is a geek like ourselves. He wants to do Superman proper. He wants to give it the respect it is. But these idiots at AT&T and Warner Brothers don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. I am telling you this right now.
Like I said, man, they're listening to people that aren't even into that shit. You know, and they're making the mistake of going, oh, the MCU, that's made fucking billions and billions and billions, so we need to have our own. But they don't realize there's all this groundwork and planning that you have to do. You can't just fucking rush into it. You've got to establish characters, you know. You've got to give Superman more than one movie, and you got to give Batman his own movie and Wonder Woman his own movie, and then bring in Justice League, not fucking just shit whatever out just because.
Do you and I will even say this, and listen to this. If you idiots at AT&T, Warner Brothers, I'm giving you ideas right now. You want to make money? Put Michael Keaton in The Dark Knight Returns or Batman Beyond. Do that. Put Henry Cavill in a proper Superman movie. You know, bring the real JSA, not this disaster bullshit version, politically correct crap that you're gonna do in Black Adam. They could make so much money, but no, they got to go with a dude that disgraced 9/11. You know, when 9/11, he says, "Well, they weren't heroes and everything else." Fuck you, dude. You know, just seriously. Now, that shit. I don't know if you saw my post on Twitter and Facebook. That shit boils my blood because Superman has a special place in my heart. So they want to go with SJW race swap Superman. That's probably going to be Michael B. Jordan fucking it up just like he did in the Squat-tastic 4 when he was Johnny Storm and he was a bloody idiot. You know?
I mean,
it's not going to happen. It's the message over money.
Yeah. And the guy that's going to do it, who got a fucking idiot, Mr. Jerkoff, that has killed Star Wars and Star Trek. Now he's going to go in there and kill DC while he's at it.
I've got no problem with them making a Superman movie where it's a black Superman. As long as
I don't have that problem.
As long as they give us the original Superman, as long as it's not Clark Kent, and it's one of the, because there have been runs where they've had a black Superman. I mean, Steel started off as a black Superman.
Yeah, and Steel was awesome, and they focused on his story too. Yeah, he had a special connection because Clark saved him as Superman.
But tell Clark's story first and do it justice, and then give us that. Like, because by that point, we will be asking for it.
Like, do you know how awesome it would be to see a Reign of Superman movie with the Eradicator and Steel and like just they can make. This is what I don't get. Marvel and DC right now can make so much bloody money in the comics and the movies and TV division, and they finally just got a little bit right. You know what I'm saying? With Superman, I still have problems with it, but it was better than the shit we've been getting, which is going to be the Iris West hour when fucking Flash comes back. Okay, and then we're gonna have Stargirl, which they did to JSA. Like JSA is another thing. Love that. Justice Society, you got to give proper respect because they are the original heroes, just like Superman is. You know, it's just, and I was like, you know what? If I had a wish, I would send Doctor Who to Gary. I would send Star Trek to Doomcock. I would send it to the people that would give it proper bloody love. I would send all this people to people that want to give it respect. Hell, I would love to see a Robert Meyer Burnett and Doomcock series of Star Trek. Do you know how bloody awesome that would be? Doomcock and Robert Meyer Burnett promoting Star Trek, and doing their own Star Trek and giving the proper love and respect that they need. And then Gary, we know how Gary would be. Gary would just like, we're going balls to the walls, boy, and we're going to give the man. Yes, man, I said that, and if anybody has a problem, whatever. Sorry. Okay. Yes, he is a doctor. He is a man. I hate this bullshit. Even though he can regenerate into a woman. Now. Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck if they want to cancel me. Seriously. Like, honestly,
I'll start a hashtag then.
I'm on a Gary. I'm literally on a Doomcocking Gary rant right now. Like, seriously, this shit has infuriated me. Okay, and you got to give you can't just give franchises to idiots that say they know about them and say they want to take care of them. But in the end, they're only doing it for their selfish, idiotic reasons. Yes, money's involved. We all need money. But you can respect the properties and the franchises and the history of every bloody thing we have. Sorry. Okay, I think rant over.
Well, on that note,
take a breather, get a glass of water.
On that note, man, I've got to go, I'm afraid, because like I said, I've got this other stream.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me, okay.
But thank you so much for having me on. This has been a blast, and Ash and DA, it's been really awesome meeting you guys.
Great to meet you.
I'm not, because I forgot the link. Can you post it in the chat, Lucifer, or can one of you guys post it in the chat? DA or Alpha, can you post his page in there if you can?
It should be in the private chat.
Okay.
So I don't know if
Ash, can you put it in for him, please, or somebody?
Yes, can do.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
And I will say that, and I will say this about any of the comics gate people, about Rabbi Ethan. Go buy this man's comic. You will enjoy it. If you enjoy stuff like this, you would literally enjoy it.
For you dark, sick, twisted people like me, this is your Bible.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Well, we have to get the word out, because the only difference I can see between the mainstream and what people like you are doing is literally the advertising. It's getting the word of mouth out, getting people to know.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more on that.
Yeah, I just we got to give proper love and respect to the people that want to give love and respect to the art medium and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yes, man. That's the way
And
forward.
Lucifer, dude, brother, I will always talk to you on other things. You have an open invitation anytime. Okay.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna take you up on that. Don't you worry.
Dude, take me up on it anytime, and I'm gonna do more than just a Saturday stream. We're just getting things together, and
Cool,
I will want to bring you into some other stuff too.
Hell yeah, man. I'm up for that.
Oh, we're gonna do some horror stuff. Okay, we want to do that. So
yes, man. I'm up for that.
We'll drag Ash on now.
Oh no, I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
wait. Lucifer and Jed terrify Ash.
Yeah.
Season 1 coming soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, brother.
Awesome, guys. You take care of yourself, guys.
Do you want to do your Twitter real fast? Do you want to shout out your Twitter?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter by searching for the Lucifer Storm, because there's always that odd person that tries to be the imitate. Don't accept imitation. The Lucifer Storm. That's where you'll find me.
So, okay, brother.
Cool,
I'll see you. I'll if you give me the link to it, send it to me on either Twitter or on my Facebook to the guy's feed, and I'll come over there and I'll support the brother. Okay.
Yeah. No worries, man.
Okay.
No worries. You take care of yourself, guys. All right.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Take care, brother.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, Ash, do you want to promote something, brother?
We're wrapping up the stream.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're wrapping up the stream.
Okay,
so.
fair enough.
It's let me see. It's
Okay.
3 hours. It's 3 hours. So.
Yeah, fair enough. If you guys would like to follow me, I'm on Twitter, Minds, Parler, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Just type in @EshSing. I stream every Wednesday night and Saturday night. I probably won't do one tonight because it's very late. But and my links will be somewhere. I'll probably pop in the chat.
Yeah, I gotta figure it. I gotta talk to Mike about that because I gotta figure out how to put everybody's links. So, but listen, explore the multiverse. Can you tell us what happened? Because I didn't see that because I've been doing the stream. So, is it recent?
Let me have a quick look.
See anything? What is it about?
Is this John Barrowman would love to see a transgender doctor? Is it that article?
Okay.
A transgender or non-gender specific doctor. That's what he said.
I didn't see that. And yeah.
It was an article from Metro UK.
Okay, and this is I have a sister. Okay, we all know that. This transgender sister. I have no problem with transgenders because I have one in my family. She is my sister, and I've known her ever since birth. Okay, my brother that became my sister, and we call her my sister. Yeah, didn't expect that. I love my sister. Okay, if anybody was to talk shit about her, I would beat their ass, like literally, because you don't say that to my friends or my family, because I protect my friends and my family.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, and thank you, Alpha, for putting Lucifer. But here's my thing. I think people are going a little bit overboard on that. Okay. Like, it's getting to the point. Yes, we all know. We probably have friends and family in the LGBTQ community. They are, gay, bi, trans, or any of that. We all love them. They're family and friends to us. But I've even talked to family and friends saying that it's kind of getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh yeah, it is getting out of hand.
It is. Yeah, PD Rich, I have my sister, I have several friends that are gay, bi, everything.
I'm bi.
And you told me that before too.
Yeah,
and here's the
bi,
thing.
and even I'm saying it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, dude, he's bi, and he's getting out. And this is the thing. They say we're not inclusive, but we have, and I will say this about Comicsgate and our side, not the idiotic side that just wants to burn it. We have every creed, race, and religion underneath on our side, but we're the bad people.
Yeah.
Okay. We know bi, lesbian, straight, trans, you name it. We have every race and religion. And I will say this because I talked to Kesha. Oh, I have Kesha. How do I say this? I don't want to screw up his name because I talk to him all the time on Twitter. He's Muslim. He is a very awesome and very spiritual and like rabbi is. He's a rabbi. He's religious, but he's also, they're two awesome people. Okay. We have friends.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people are. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, and this is the thing. We have all types of people, okay? But we're still the bad people. And that just bothers me the hell, you know? Yeah, I know. We have friends from all over, but we're still the bad people, even though we have every creed, race, religion, everything. But we're racist, we're evil, we're dictators, we're just the worst people on the face of the earth. I don't understand that shit. You know? So that annoys the fuck out. You know, so thank you, Alpha, for putting. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, what Explorer just said. Let me put that up, and I gotta open my glasses. Just a second, I gotta tip them. I need bifocals at this point. Like seriously. Yeah.
Where are my glasses?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm like Gary. Gary needs bifocals too, I think, because I seen him do it. I agree. I have no problem with all. I have a transgender gender. I'm okay. I agree with you. I hope it. No. Explorer, you're not phobic. You know, I've seen Gina, and this is the thing. They call Gina a transphobe. She's not a transphobe. She embraces every culture, every person around her, and she gives them nothing but love and joy. And if they see her on the street, she gives them hugs and like just says, dude, I saw one with last night where this kid came up because he saw her in Star Wars, and he goes, I saw you in Star Wars. And he goes, oh, sweetheart. She goes, gives him a hug, gives him an autograph, and goes, here, thank you for, you know, like, and that she's an evil person. She's a transphobe. Like, she talks to every person. She's not mean. And that's the shit that's pissing me off. They're blaming the wrong people when they should be blaming these idiots that are starting all this shit, that have no joy in their lives. They've never had anything they love, and they just want to burn every goddamn thing down. You know? That's the shit that gets on my nerves. Yeah, so. No, you're not transphobic. Everybody's getting sick. It's a propaganda. It's getting out of hand. It is. And I would say this. The reason why there's so much propaganda out there right now is because they're trying to pit everybody against one another so they don't see the real truth that's going on out there. Just saying.
Oh,
Gary said that too. What did you say?
Oh my god. If you're on Twitter, go and see what Lady Graves Master retweeted about 40 minutes ago.
What?
Good lord.
What? I'm not on there. We'll get on there. I'll get on there after. I'll get in a call with you after. I'll get in a call with you and DA after if you can.
Okay.
So, okay. But yeah. Is it bad?
It's very questionable, very cult-like from alt-left liberalism.
Oh, well, it's not her. She was just retweeting it from.
Yeah, no. She's retweeting something.
Okay. Yeah. Just, we gotta. I know. I was do rants, but we gotta be careful sometimes because we don't want Mama Susan to hit us upside the head. You know. Okay. Yeah, Gina is one of the nicest, most honorable people out there, and she chose heart, soul, and story and everything above money. You know, then they go, well, she fought in the UFC. That's all about money. And what did she do? She left. She did what she needed to do, right? She's like, hey, I'm going to go do something else. So she decided to go do something else. You know, so. You know. So. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody. Oh, DA, I forgot to. Sorry, I got on that rant. DA, do you want to promote yourself or do anything, brother?
No, I've got nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got on that rant. You know, I literally went on a Doomcock rant. Like seriously, not to his level because nobody can match his level.
It's your
because he's
channel, you
awesome.
can do that.
Oh, I know, because Doomcock is awesome and I love his rants. You know, I love Gary's rants too. So
Well, all these rants are a good thing because it's like one, they're entertaining to watch, and two, people really need to listen to them because they come from a genuine place of passion for the product.
Yeah.
So yeah, like people really need to start like listening to all these rants because like I said, people are genuinely passionate about these products. They don't want to see them go into the shitter.
Well, it's not just that. It's just not that. We all grew up with things. I know you haven't, Ash. But here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. We're not making a joke of this. We're actually trying to show you what we grew up with, what we love. And you can actually see we don't want you to see the bastardization of what they've done to it now. We want you to see how it was when it was proper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's whenever you
good.
Yeah, when the world was good. You said, what is it? You said something about the Eternals last night because I posted that picture and I was like, the Eternals is fucked.
Yeah,
and I was like, and I said,
I was going to reply to that, and then I forgot to hit send. But basically, like I'm really looking forward to Eternals because I've been watching the MCU. It's basically been half my life, and I'm excited for the future projects. But I don't have the base knowledge of the original material. I don't have the reference material, but you guys grew up with the reference material and you see what the hell's going on. That's why you're pissed, rightfully so.
Okay, I will say this, and was it? I think it was on Friday Night Tights last night. They did it at the end. Hey DA, can you do me a favor, brother?
What's that?
Can you look for the Eternals 22-month calendar and bring up that bastardization of a picture? And can you bring that up and put it up on stream some way?
Oh, that terrible animated looking picture.
Ash, do you know how to do that? I can't do it because I'm on the phone. Idea. I wish the Streamlabs needs to put a share shit where you can just share shit from that you have on your phone. Please, Streamlabs. I love the Streamer. Please, for the love of God, please put it where you can share things from your phone or your tablet. For the love of God, it would make my life so much easier, and I wouldn't have to depend on my co-hosts and stuff, you know, and my other people I have. Like, for the love of God, please. You know. Yeah, we just, and I know, you know, what Explorer 20. I should go on my Twitter, yank that from my Twitter, and see if you can share
it's probably easier if Ash does it.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
He knows what he's looking for.
Yeah, because I actually said I put it on I think I put it on Facebook and Twitter last night. There's a bunch of people. Yeah, and what Explorer Multiverse said, we just want good stories and not be preached to. It's true. Dude, there is so much stuff out there that you could do right now that, you know.
But it's almost like you don't want them to do it now because you know if they do it now.
No, they're just gonna bastardize it. That's all they're gonna do.
Exactly.
And,
so it's almost like you don't want them to do certain things.
Well, you want them, but you don't want them to bastardize it. Like, let's be honest.
You want them, but you don't want them now. You don't want them in this.
Yeah, like seriously, if we could get a good doctor on Doctor Who, you know, like.
But you're not. You
don't want fucking, you know, chip nuts to fucking go and get on there.
Yeah,
and
but it's not even him. It's the whole BBC. It's the whole culture.
It's him. It's actually him and the BBC.
Yeah.
Okay. But, can you guys see that?
A little better, but...
Just a second. I got it right here. Let me add it.
Yeah. So as you can see, this is the original thing that they put out. And it's got like a half photo, half art, fine art drawn thing to it, and it just doesn't look good.
Well, okay, I can tell you that was there was a hell of a lot of Photoshop in there.
Oh yeah.
And if you look at, there's exploring the multiverses, thing down there too, in yours and such. But here's the thing. It's just I don't know what the hell and I know this, to get through anything past Marvel, it has to go through several bloody hands. Okay, and they must have been blind or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the hell. And this is official. This is not bullshit. I thought last night they were trolling. This is real. Look at the kid to the side. It looks. I'm gonna say, but the kid in the green right there, the agua blue. What the hell was that? And then you can tell all the photoshopped heads on shit. Like, seriously, how did that get through? Like the process.
It's like they've got no necks.
Yeah, look at.
I mean, this main guy is the only one that looks somewhat decent, and then
but you can tell his head's photoshopped. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
you can. I've done.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I've done Photoshop for years. They put in they put in drawn characters with photoshopped heads, and you can tell the ones in the sort of them. It's just, what the hell, dude? How did that get through? And I said last night, like I said before, look at my post. I said, well, like I said before, I have read the original comics. This is going to be wokeified. And I said, the reason why we haven't seen no trailer and no other things is because they know people are going to tear this movie apart the minute they see it. It's going to happen. Dude, we just got one picture and people have been shitting on it already. Does that tell you something? Yeah, look at the Eternals Lego set. There's pictures of it leaked. Yeah, PD, Rabbi's thumbnails are better than this shit. My thumbnail that I actually put on today looks better than that bullshit. And I did a shitty job. All I did was take a picture and put some text on it.
Rabbis are certainly sexier.
Yeah, Rabbi's, Rabbi's thumbnails are hilarious, dude. I gotta say that. He keeps it real, man. You can't, you just can't, dude. Seriously. This is what we're gonna have. Welcome to the all new and different woke MCU. Seriously. Because you can't tell who's gonna kiss who and all this other shit already. And then Angelina Jolie doesn't even look like Angelina Jolie in the picture.
I don't know if she was even in it. Which one's her?
Yeah, I don't even know. Where is she? Is she even in it? Is that Selma Hayek? This is the thing. People don't. The reason I've said this movie's supposed to come out within the next few months. They haven't shared shit. And it came out, a year or two ago? They announced it about a year or two ago? There's been none.
Yeah,
I
don't think Jolie's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's one of the characters.
No, in this image.
Oh, okay. So this
Kit Harington's
is
not even in it either.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. They know people are going to destroy this the minute it comes. I'm telling you. They're gonna wish they would have done the Inhumans. The Inhumans is gonna look better than this. And that was a bad TV show.
They do look a bit inhuman, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eternals are supposed to be the spark of life in the universe before everybody. But they're literally, you know what they're probably gonna do? They're gonna turn it, they're gonna CW it. I'm telling you now. Oh, I want to kiss you so much. Blue, blue, blue. I have feelings. I'm going to cry. Instead of, hey, can we have the real Eternal story, with some good content, instead of having all this woke preaching to us bullshit? you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, brother, you know what I'm saying? You guys there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we better stop. I want to say thank you. Oh jeez, that's another idiot that's never should have been cast the Flash. They should have just
That's
cast
what I
him.
thought as well. I thought
They-
that's
they-
what Esmeralda in the back.
Yeah, yeah, I don't either, Alpha. They should have like literally. They should have just casted the guy that was on the TV series as the Flash. Like he looks like Barry too.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, they should have casted Grant. Here's my thing. Instead of doing all this separate bullshit, if they would have seen like, and Stephen Amell should have been Arrow in like a movie. Like honestly, you know, they had gold, especially before they fucked up Arrow and they turned it into some like fucked up bastardized version of itself. It was good for a bit, but like all CW show, at a certain point, it hits the wall like a woman does, like in her 70s or whatever, you know. Yeah, oh, I'm a toxic male. Oh, get used to it, you know. So, I love tits and ass. I'm not ashamed to admit it. A female is beautiful. Get used to it. Okay? Women are beautiful. And if you love guys like Ash, guys and women are beautiful to him too, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we need to get over this bullshit. Oh, I can't look at the woman. No, look at her, dude. Just don't be a fucking creeper or a tool. You know, appreciate, you know? Then that's not being a simp. That's just being a decent human being. You know? I just like.
What did someone once say? Sex sells, and it always.
Yeah.
will.
Well, here's the thing. Sex is sold since the beginning of time. Like the Greeks, the Romans, the fucking every single civilization we've had on Earth. That's the reason why they say prostitution is like one of the oldest fucking practices on the face of the earth. We've always had prostitution. That shit's never gonna go away. There was a need for it. People feel lonely. Like, dude, I understand it. I used to work at a strip bar for a bit as security. Dude, do you know how many lonely motherfuckers come in there because they can't get a girl? Because if they even try to go up to a girl, they just rip them down because, oh, you don't make enough money. You're not manly enough. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck off with that shit. Can't you just appreciate people, man? I know. Thank you, Explorer. Dude, I'm
Start calling you brother Jed soon.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna laugh if Gary or Az or somebody sees that and they're like, "Oh my god!" and what? Seriously, guys, and when I say this, this shit comes from the heart. This comes from like, because we like me and Disaster and other people.
That's the thing. Some people mistake anger.
Yeah, it's not anger.
It's not anger.
This shit comes from the heart because it's passion. Exactly. Because I've seen how shit was before. You know, everybody didn't love one another, but at least we fucking got along. You know, Oh, yeah, the male gaze. Yeah. Oh, the male gaze. Dude. It's okay to look at an attractive woman. Just don't be a simp and don't be a fucking creep. That's it. Don't be a simp and don't be a creep. Well, sometimes it's good to be a simp, but if you're married to a woman, that's good to be a simp because that's your wife. Simp all the fuck you want. That's your wife. Okay? Or if you're a guy, simp to your husband. Days your husband. Simp all the fuck you want because I'm going to say this, either a happy wife or happy husband, you're going to have a happy life, okay?
Yep.
Just why is everything so complicated? It's like, dude, logic. Okay, let's understand logic. I don't understand. And you're one of the few I think you're one of the few of the newest generation that actually gets that, dude, which I'm appreciative of. Yeah. So that doesn't look like Angelina Jolie, dude. Seriously.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Like I said, that had to go through numerous people. Just like I will mention this.
She's changed an awful lot.
Yeah, or like I said, just like Wonder Woman 84 had to go through numerous times. I would have to say at least 25 to 20 people to get put out. And especially when Wonder Woman raped the guy that didn't know any better. Yeah, I'm going to call that shit out too. How come it's okay for Wonder Woman to do? And I love her as when she's a perfect Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, I have her. We have her. But the fucking idiots that directed and put her in that position is fucked up. Okay. Yeah. Like PD Rich said, and let me see if I can get that ass shit up there. Like what he said, we got to say this. Logic, wisdom, and common sense are a godsend. Like, how many people did that have to go through? That, this may not be okay because, yeah, Wonder Woman literally raped her dude, and at the end, she didn't even tell him, and they just had this awkward glance at the end of 84. Like, you know, come on. And if you were a guy in the 80s that looked that good and you dressed like that, most of the times you were gay. Let's be honest on that one. Okay, I lived through that shit. Okay, and the ones of us PD and Disaster, I don't remember if you, but you, Alpha, and Alpha. A guy that good looking, and I'm not being racist or sexist or anything, this was a common fucking fact. Okay, because everybody goes, oh, Freddy's not gay. I was like, Freddy's gay. Have you seen what he does? I'm not being that. There's nothing wrong with being gay. We have plenty of gay friends. We have a gay friend on the panel. We have several gay friends in chat. You know, it's just like you can tell. But but here's the thing, Ash and PD Rich and other people's, they don't announce that shit. They don't pull that card. They just want to come in, have some good talk, have some wisdom, have some logic, have some common sense, have some fun. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating to, so it's just, I keep going on.
We've all got something in common.
Yeah.
Anything else, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as we have fun together and we're all doing some shit we like and everything else, that's awesome. We talked about comics, WandaVision, other movies, Faulty Towers, stupid Marvel and DC. Talked about Lucifer's awesome comic that everybody should go and check out. If you don't have the money, at least try to share the link for him, best you can do, because we know some people are hurt through all this bullshit that they keep pressing down on us. You know what I'm saying? For fuck's sakes. Gary's wife got, lost their business, and they're like, and people are telling Gary and his wife, oh, don't be so angry. Things are going to clear up. Fuck you, dude. His wife lost his fucking business. That's fucked up, and Gary has every goddamn right on the face of the earth to be angry about that shit, and I hope he rubs it in. That fucking idiot governor of the state and that other bitch that, just seriously, I hope he rubs it until they cannot. Just don't get me started on that shit. I'm Team Gary.
You're already started on that shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm Team Gary, and I hope Gary
definitely
rubs that shit in their face every single time, because these idiots don't know what it's like to have a normal life. They're sick, they're taken care of. Neeson, or whatever the fuck that idiot's name, he went to a thing while pandemic was going on at that fucking restaurant and had a party and acted like everything was real okay for $300. I was looking at it was $300 to $700 a meal. But yet the people in their homes and businesses that are crumbling rate every goddamn single day, they can't come out to save their livelihood. That's fucked up. That's disgraceful. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, that shows they're unhuman people. You know, and like I said, you know, and it's just the people got power and they don't want to give it up now. So everybody's going to be fighting against one another to keep that power. You know, Governor Nuisance, yeah. Governor Idiotic Nuisance or some shit like that. But yeah, can't say that because, oh, it's not politically correct. It's not PC. Go fuck yourself and shove it right up your ass. Okay.
He is a nuisance.
Yeah. Like, and because I've talked to Gary a few times. He's not a personal friend, but if you like this is the thing that pisses me off. If you hurt people that I actually watch, or like, I'm not saying, but I hope to like one day. But dude, I can feel his rage because I have that rage because, dude, this shit has affected me and my family and other friends of my families too. Okay, so like, you know, it's not fun, and I know the rage he's feeling. You know, so yeah, it's just, you know. And the only reason why I talk to Gary because I love Gary and Doomcock and all the other guys. It's not, oh, I'm trying to get on their channels. If they invite me on, oh well. If they don't, that's cool. But you know, I love talking about them because they're a big part of our lives. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Probably all of us have started watching. That's probably the one stream everybody started watching was Gary.
Yeah,
everybody loves Gary.
I will have to say this: Gary, Doomcock, and Geeks and Gamers, and I even got to say Lethal, even though I wasn't on his stream because I was sleeping this morning. Lethal, sorry, brother, I fell asleep because I had to do this today, so I'll go back and watch it. I love you like your brother, and we're gonna play Avengers whenever the idiots put crossplay in. So you know. Okay, Explorer. You have a good day, my brother. Okay. Be safe. Thank you, brother. Look, he said this. He said, is it coming up? It's gotta get. Sometimes it takes forever. Oh, I have to go. Great stream, guys. Really fun and preach, Jed. You know, so
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate it. Seriously, I appreciate everybody that comes in here. You know, I'm shocked we still have 5 people left.
After 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, like they're 5 diehards or people that you know. So I appreciate everybody. Okay, well, let's end it before I get on another rant. Well, but yeah, I'm not gonna get on another rant, but I gotta say this. Little PD Rich, I gotta say that. What this says, and this says it right here, and this is why. We all splintered. Was it? He said, "Yeah, we all splintered off from Midnight's Edge, Robservations, Neurotic Geeks and Gamers, and Doomcock." So we've been around them. I talk to Tom every once in a while and stuff. And you know, I've talked to Rob. I talked to Jeremy. I got to talk to Doomcock like for 2 seconds one time. So, but you know, so it's not like we're trying to. This is why I said I changed the name and I'm trying to do our own thing here because I don't want to leech off my other friends that are actually doing another podcast. That's the reason why I took it out. I love them like a red, but yeah, I'm still gonna have it on my Twitter and other stuff. But yeah, I changed the name on purpose. I don't want to. I want to do the own, you know, push out and go and do that. But like I said, we've not splintered off, but Friday Night Tights is like that's our shit every week, and we love that. We love we love everybody there. And when when you're around people and you see something happen to somebody and you see that's fucked up. They made Gary's wife lose his job and everything else. When you feel that, you know you're alive, you know you're human, you know you have feelings and stuff, you know? So yeah. So comics, there's so many people I'd love to, you know, get on.
Yeah.
Tom's a dude. Comics, I was thankful that we got Lucifer and even Fat Steven on today. So I'm just, I'm thankful for all this shit, man. So yeah, before I get off and another thing, I just want to thank everybody. Thank everybody that does all streams every week and everything. And we just need to all get along, man. Fight these idiots together instead of splitting up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because that's what they want. They want divide and conquer, dude. That's how you take out the enemy. Read Art of War. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ash. Disaster.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
guys.
me, as always.
Okay. Thank everybody in chat that's still here that kicked it out for. Let me see how long. For Jesus.
3 3/4 hours.
It's almost. I told you, it's like an average 3 hours and 30 minutes or 4 hours. And so, thank you to everybody. I appreciate I don't got an outro because I still have free fucking SteamYard. So I'm hoping to rectify that somewhere down the line when I can get some money. But for now, just thank you everybody that came here. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody. Yeah. Thank you everybody that came. Good night, everybody.
No.
Good night.
Okay, is it stopped?
Still live, I think.
I don't know. I boomered it again.